Hey, Kathy. Hi, April. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Jeremy. Hi, Alma. Hey, Brian Clan. Hi, Ivy. Oh, let me move my mic over. Yes. Hopefully you can hear. Hey, Leo wife. Hi, Simi. Hey, Chase. Hi, Angie. Hi, Elise. Hi, Mary Kim. Hey, random guy. Long time no see. Hi, Judy. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Krystal. Hi, Alma. Hi, Pat L. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of people. Hey, Robin. Hi, Evie. You're knackered? Hi, Wildlife. Hey, MC Camps. Hey, Flower Girl. Hey, Peggy. Oh, yeah, I know. Just want to be left alone, that's all. Just want to be left alone. Hi, Pat. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Roya. Hi, Dalia. Hey, Leo. Hi, Simi. Hi, Whisper. Did I get Ange? Maddie, I got it, I think. Maybe, hopefully. Hi, Diane. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Amy. Hi, Maui. Hi, Janelle. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Suzanne. Hey, Julie T. Hi, Sybil. Hi, Lisa H. Hey, Kindness Cake. Hi, Sarah A. Hi, Scarlet Rain. Okay. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Connie. Yeah, peachy, Connie. Hey, Amanda. Hi, hey, Eva. I was just asking about you last night. You must have heard. How far along are you now? You're not having twins, right, Eva? It's Frugal. We've got to find where Frugal Mom is. I'm pretty sure she is having twins. I hope she's okay. Because she was, like, far along. Like, she was into 30-some-odd weeks. And that was weeks ago. Hey, Pincella. Hey, Evie. I saw you with Casbat today. Hey, Serene. Hi, Jeanette. Hey, Gigi. Hey, D. Montana. Hey, Alberta. You changed your name? It was Carolyn A? Oh, okay. You changed it to Alberta? Are you in Alberta, Canada, or I used to know in Alberta. She went out with my brother. She was his girlfriend in high school. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Jimmy. Hey, Julie. Hi, Danielle. Okay, so, hey, Leo wife. Hi, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Hey, Deb on the Move. Hi, Earthbound. So, what's going on today? The Sievers trial starts tomorrow. You guys know that opening statements start tomorrow morning. They finally got the jury picked. Yeah, I just want to be left alone, Corey. That's all I want, is just to be left alone. Yes, Carla. It's going to be public, right? Yeah, no, we're going to be able to watch it. I think it'll be on the little one that showed little Jimmy Rogers, which was the crime and what are they always? I always want to say Crime and Punishment. What is that channel? Crime and what is that channel? Crime and not Crime and Justice. What is the name of that channel? You know the channel I'm talking about that shows all the trials. Law and Crime. Okay, yes, Law and Crime. For some reason I have a block on that. I always start with crime. It's law. Okay, I have a block on that name. Yeah, it should be on that, and it'll start in the morning. Crime and Punishment. It should be Crime and Punishment. Yeah. Hey, Jeannie. Patrick was found. Yes, Patrick is. Any news on Patrick's prison yet? Does anybody know where he's going? Where Mr. Frazee is going to call his home? Tina. Oh no, we just started, Tina. You don't have to rewind anything. We just started. You're right on time. Hi, Brenda. So I am going to try to get some stuff for those crafts that I said, those snowmen and those gnomes and things. And try. Hi, Connie. Hi, Tina. I got you, Tina, right? Mary Beth. Hey, Two Scooter. Two Scooter. Your name just is fun to say. Where did you get that name from? Two Scooter. Hi, Jeanette. Can someone tell me the case? Not little Jimmy Rogers. Sievers. Marc Sievers. The one whose wife was a doctor and was killed by little Jimmy Rogers and Curtis Wright. Hey, Kathy. I want to find out where he's going to be. Hi, Carol. Hey, Led Zeppelin girl. I think I should have got some more wrapping paper. I should have. You know what? I could have been abducted that night, and I should have said, well, I could have got a few more rolls. Like, what was I, but. Hi, Nisi. Hey, your best friend. How are you? So, Marc Sievers is going to start tomorrow. How many of you are interested in that trial? You can never have too much, but because you can use it for other things too. Hi, Melly Mel. You are Carla. Good. Random guy. When are we doing the painting? And do you know what we're going to be painting? Hi, Mona. Hey, Sarah. Because I have two scooters, and I came back, and I came up with the name. Hi, Apple Snapple. How did you get that name? Do you drink a lot of Apple Snapple? You know, I once knew a guy, and this is going to sound so crazy, and he was the CEO of a big company. You wouldn't believe what his email address was, the beginning of it. It was Apricot Scrub. And I'm talking about a major CEO. That was his personal email. And one day we said, where did you get that name, Apricot Scrub? And he said, well, I was just looking around one day when I made that email, and there was a tube of apricot scrub, facial scrub. So I just took that and put apricot scrub at whatever, where he was. And he left it for years. For years. Yeah, the face wash. Yeah. For years. You drank apple Snapple, you love it, but I swear it makes me more thirsty. You use that on your face? Yeah, that was the beginning of his email. Ian Ellis, are you going to be a troll? Because if you are, because I think I've seen you in here before, you can go. We don't need trolls. If you want to be nice, it's a different story. Hi, Mandy. How you go, girl? Hey, Sharon. I think you came in here trolling when James was on or something. I remember the name. And you said something about that he was streaming me. I have a very good memory. I may not get your name exactly right, but I can recognize the name. My husband had a coworker whose email was Taco Bell because he had to cut names down for, oh my gosh. It's because apple juice has a lot of salt in apple Snapple, I say. And is that why you're apple Snapple? I used to drink only that the week of swim meets. Oh, okay. There was a night he was streaming. Okay, look, I said if I'm wrong, Okay, you're welcome here, but please don't disappoint me, Ian. Please, I've had enough tonight. Came in and told you he was streaming. Oh, did you, Connie? Okay. Hi, Maui. Hi, Diane. Huh? You did good job in the other chat, Jeanette. Seems like it was a rough night for everyone. Hey, Wendy. So, okay. If you're not familiar with Marc Sievers, hi, Humpty Dumpty. I'll just tell you a little bit about the case. He was married to a woman who was a physician. They lived in Florida, and he went to, I think it's Missouri, right? Where you're from. Did Jeff answer me about the painting? And he looked up his best friend or something, like childhood friend, this guy Curtis, and he asked him if, and this guy Curtis had just got married, and I believe Marc was the best man. And then he said to Curtis, you know what, I'm thinking of getting rid of my wife. Would you do it for me? And Curtis is like, all right, maybe. And then he gets this little Jimmy Rogers guy, and I just call him Little Jimmy Rogers because I think it sounds like some kind of a country singer. But his name is Jimmy Rogers. And your ER nurse, hi, Lisa. So he takes, hi, Sandy. He takes little Jimmy Rogers and he says, you know, you want to go with me down to Florida? I've got to kill my friend's wife. And little Jimmy Rogers is like, all right, I'm good for it. Hi, Kristen, and hi, Adacor. So then the family, this husband and wife, plan a trip with their daughters up to New Jersey, New York, where they're from, right? And she has to go back early because she has patients. And it was like a Monday that she had patients. So she left. She flew back alone, and she told the husband, you know, you stay with the girls. Yeah, visit around. I'm just going to go back. And then she went back. She picked up her Toyota van in the airport parking lot, and she drove home to her house. And she went into the garage. Now, at this point, these two guys had driven all the way out from Missouri, and little Jimmy Rogers likes to say he didn't really understand what they were doing. And some of the things he did were kind of questionable, like he was plugging his phone in, so it was like recording where they were. And then they spent one whole day on the beach, okay? And then what happened was one of them, they got into the house, they went to Walmart, they were buying like booty covers for their shoes and stuff to, you know, clean up, right? And then they went to the house because Marc said, go on in the house. Marc, you know, got these guys. And he said he was going to pay them $100,000, right? But he didn't give them $100,000. I think he gave them like a stupid down payment of like $600 or something. Okay. And they get to the house, and one of them is like just looking around, and he's in the garage, and he hears the doors start to go up. So he starts to freak out, right? So he like dives behind some boxes, and they were supposed to make it look like an accident, but they had two hammers, okay? They just happened to have two hammers. And so the plan went awry when she came in, and then he tried to sneak in, but he kicked the dog bowl, and it made a lot of noise. And so it alerted her. And when it alerted her, they were all in the kitchen. So now there's a different story. Curtis says that He hit her with the hammer, but that little Jimmy Rogers went to town hitting her with the hammer, and that Curtis finally had to pull little Jimmy Rogers off. People don't know if they believe that, what happened there, but she died a terrible death on the floor. And so they were tried. Curtis was picked up on something else, and he pleaded out. So he got a lesser sentence. He testified in little Jimmy Rogers' trial. And little Jimmy Rogers was found guilty. And how many years did he get? I think he got like 25 years or something. Something like that. Okay. And now, tomorrow, they're going to start the opening statements in the trial of, I believe they sentenced him, Sandy. I have to check. Did they sentence? Can somebody check that real fast? Tomorrow is opening statements for Marc Sievers, who's the wife. Who's the husband. The husband on conspiracy to commit murder. So you thought it was a month hold on a sentence? Okay. 25 years, you're saying? Judah? Okay, so we've got that happening. Opening statements will start. And you saw that case on TV. Okay. So I will be covering that case. Let me see if they know how long it's expected to last. I think Jimmy Rogers was like 2 weeks, I think? Let me see. I just found out, they finally they said it was going to take a long time to pick the jury, and it was because it's a small town, and because little Jimmy Rogers and all this stuff, a lot of people knew, but they finally got the jury selected. So now, let's see. This is probably going to... Okay, so Lee County, Florida. A jury has been seated for the Marc Sievers trial. Investigators believe he orchestrated his wife's murder, hiring 2 men to kill her. Teresa Sievers was found bludgeoned to death in her Bonita Springs home in 2015. Okay, so opening statements are expected to begin tomorrow morning. And part of Wright's, that's Curtis Wright, his friend that he had plea deal, was to testify in Rogers and Sievers. So Curtis is going to make an appearance again in the Sievers trial and testify that, Marc hired him. So I think it's not going to be too hard to convict Marc. Marc's facing first-degree murder. Oh, not even solicitation. Marc is facing first-degree murder. If convicted, he could be sentenced to death. Wow. Okay. All right, so he might be sentenced to death. First-degree murder. That'll definitely be one following that. Hey, Priscilla. Hi, Glam Dolly. Wish we had the death penalty in Australia. Yeah, Judy? Do they have the death penalty? They don't have it, they don't have it in the UK either, do they? Where else? Do they have the death penalty in Germany or Italy? Oh, thank you. Got your back. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having it. Thank you. Go over and make sure you sub to Random's, oh yeah, I remembered everybody, Random's channel. You got to support the people in the community. Leaping Lizard, Mama Ames, Let me see if I remember everybody now. I want to try to do this on my own. Mama Ames. April from Pallets and Pugs. Pallets and Pugs is, and April she has Pallets and Pugs, and then April. Casbat, of course. Let's see. Who else am I got Leaping Lizard. Let me see. Gotta think. Mama Ames, I said. Oh, Diana, right? Diana Mulroney. Yes, right. I got her the last time. See, and Auntie Cuckoo, right? Who else am I forgetting? In our community, who else has channels in our community right here? Puppy's good. Connie G. Who else? You have one too? Ange Lord Art? I'd say they have enough of my voice. Because I know the last time I was like, oh shoot, I forgot about, because I'm bad sometimes. About remember, like, I've done like, oh, I should have remembered that one. You think I got everybody for now? Zav Girl? Who else? I feel like I'm missing somebody else in the community. Well, random guy, you can click, anybody that's in the chat that has a channel, you could click right on them and it'll say go to their channel. Oh, I think you're thinking, everybody thinks Tori Hart in here is Tori Hartman. Did you know that? But that's Tori Hart. It's somebody totally different, and everybody goes to her, oh, I love your channel. And they think she's Tori Hartman, but she's Tori Hart. Isn't that funny? See, Tori Hart, right? Don't they do that to you all the time, Tori Hart? They do it to her all the time. They always go, I love your channel. It's too funny. It is too funny. They do it all the time. Taco Stacks. Yeah, he's not from the community, but he's good to follow. Taco Stacks. If you like, he picks up trash. I just saw he had a video of something like picking up trash in a rich neighborhood or something. That guy's very real, very nice, very likable guy, Taco Stacks. He really is. You have, yeah, right? Because they're confusing you, Tori. They're totally confusing you. I even got messed up too, like when people were saying it, I was like, what? Yeah. Earthbound Spirit, I don't know if she started her channel. Duty Ron? But I thought I was trying to figure out if I saved Robbie. There was someone else and I'll remember tonight when I'm laying down, I'll remember. I'll be like, oh shoot, don't get mad at me. Because I did that to Leaping Lizard the other day. And I did that, I think I got April and I forgot Leaping Lizard. White Tiger Unplugged, Loopy Lisa. Should just have a list that I read on. Did you used to have a follower named Tupac? I don't think so. Why? Why? The Ramblers are going to take over. Yeah, that would be nice. Nice community. Okay. More power to everyone. So I heard you say no Tupac. Oh, maybe there was somebody in here at the time. It could be, yeah. If I said it, it's probably somebody there. He might have just been somebody that came in. Could have even been a troll. I don't know. Hey, Bethany. Hey, Janine the Stelladoro. How did you get that name, Janine the Stelladoro? Is that for Stelladoro cookies? Did you guys have a good time? Did Kazbat go down the toboggan run, Evie? She said she was going down, but I didn't see her go down the toboggan run. Did I miss it? Hey, Vala. Hi, Julie. Nobody really finds your channel until you have subscribers and live chat. Perfectly fine to have a casual channel. Just our little corner of the YouTube world. Hey, Paula. Why would anybody come? I don't know, D. Montana. They like to troll us. I don't know. Hey, Cindy. Chauvin. Click on our name. Yeah, you go right to their channel if you. Hi, Janadu. She had a tough day at work. Oh, she couldn't go down the toboggan run? And dying for a pint of lager. Oh, okay. Hey, Nikki. Hi, Jesse. So hi, Linda. Linda, I got you in Slack, right? Robin, I said hi. You're not invisible, Robin, never. You're going down another day. That would have been to distress, like flying down the toboggan run. Hi, Sam. Hi, Lexi. Yeah, if you want somebody's email, Eric, and they're okay with it, you just tell them to email me. People get really nervous when you put your email in the chat because they think you're going to get like spammed to the 10th degree. So they'll take it right out. They're scared for you. They don't want you to be spammed. And be careful. This time of year, you know how many PayPal stupid things I've got where hurry up, something happened. Be really careful this time of year. Does Slack work on an iPad? Yeah, it works on a phone. Yeah. Should, yeah. I mean, I don't have I have my Slack only on my computer, but I'm sure it works on an iPad because it works on an iPhone. I'm like a little dog with a bone. Now, can I ask something else, Evie? I thought you guys, were you in Scotland? I thought Kazbat lived in Georgia or something like that. Isn't that in the UK? Are you right on the border of Scotland and you guys went over to Scotland? Like, what's going on with that? Hey, Rice. Rice sees. What is Slack? It's where we have a craft group, and now there's a sewing group, and now there's a bargains hunters group, and now there's what other groups are there? Legal Eagles group and stuff like that. If you want to join, let me know what groups you want to join and just send me an email. But why is she saying Scotland? Because she said Scotland, Ivy. No, the other lady that sent the video in, that was in Scotland. That was Chris. But Kazbat has been saying they're in Scotland. So I'm really lost because I didn't know Kazbat lived in Scotland. As far as I know, she lives in the UK. And you know what? Ever since I was little, the United Kingdom, I always get it Like, I always think of the Magic Kingdom, so it always seems like a really enchanted place. Evie coming to Scotland. Did Evie answer why is Casbat saying you guys are in Scotland? Oh, but okay, but she doesn't say she lives in Scotland. I didn't think she lives. Wait, where does Casbat live? Wait a minute, but I thought Casbat didn't live in Scotland, that she lives in Georgie or something. Where is Newcastle, choking on ashes? They are really north. They're almost in Scotland? Okay. I know they're attached. That's what I was saying. Did they go over? I thought she didn't live in Scotland. Newcastle is England. Okay, so she does live in England. That's what I thought. I thought she lived in England. That's why I'm lost. Did you guys cross over into Scotland? Carolyn, we call the Newcastle people Geordies. Okay, I have to get all this down. You call them Geordies. Okay, so they're called Geordies, but they're not living in a town named Geordie. Okay. Their accent is Geordie. Okay. But where were you guys? Did you go into Scotland, or is she just saying it's Scotland? Hi, Erica. Hi, Jeanette. Anybody to know? To go to Scotland is a day trip. Okay, Carolyn, but why is she saying she's in Scotland, though? No, we were just in our close big city. So she didn't say Scotland? I swore 2 times I heard her say it was Scotland, and I was like, what is going on? What is that big thing that you guys are going to? Is that like up for the whole holiday season, like until New Year's? It's like little shops that they open up in little tents like that? Like an outdoor kind of a flea market thing for Christmas? With rides, kind of like carnival too? Does it all until New Year's or something? Christmas market every day until after Christmas. It's there until Christmas Eve, that one. And it has rides and stuff. Okay, and it's all outdoors. And it's kind of like a fair, because they have food like you would get at a fair, right? Hey, Grace. All I can say tonight is I'm so happy about Patrick Frazee behind bars forever. Right. Oh, I know, and I probably didn't change my title or anything, so it looks like we're doing the same thing as last night. It looks like a repeat. Can you imagine if you could have a repeat on YouTube? Like you would recycle stuff that you had earlier? Like, oh, they're doing reruns already? That would be something too, Scooter. Right? A rerun? So who cares? Right? Reruns. Oh, they're in reruns already. The season just started. Christmas markets pop up all over. Really? Did you see anyone coming? I didn't see anybody coming down that toboggan run. Do they charge you for? Do you pay to get on those rides and everything, or you get a band? You pay one price. What happens with that? How long between, how, I don't know. They're not going to tell us until he's wherever he is. They won't tell you when they're transporting him. It's very hush hush. They'll probably take him out, you know, like they don't say anything. They just come over to your cell and they're like, come on, you're moving. Get your things, hurry up. Like they don't even tell them, and then they just put him in a van and they just drive him off. I think he's going to go to the bad, I don't know. If they keep him in Colorado, I think he's going to the bad one that Chris didn't like. But if they move him, I think they should move him completely out of Colorado, like somewhere down in Alabama, where he has no control over people over there. I missed the starts tomorrow. Sievers starts tomorrow, opening statements. I will be up earlier. I always miss the start. And it will be streamed, right? Yes, it will be. And we'll cover it too. We'll discuss it. The bag his head and move him. Oh no, it was Berlin. I don't think has control. They'll protect him for sure. I just want to know where he's going. How about the 2 guards? Yeah, I saw that got arrested. Yeah, for Epstein. How about what's his name's? How about Prince Andrew? What do you guys think about Prince Andrew over there in the UK? They said everybody's kind of embarrassed about him. And what about his mom and stuff? He was with a 17-year-old girl and he has no memory of it, but he's got a picture standing next to her, but he has no memory. Oh, you didn't see Sharon? He had an interview and it didn't go pretty well. Like he was talking about Epstein and he said, what did he say? He said something like, he didn't say he made bad choices. He said questionable behavior or something. And the woman interviewing goes, he was a sex offender. And he goes, oh, I was just trying to keep it, what did he say? I was trying to be delicate or something. I did know if it's not, but I believe him. Wait, you think he really doesn't have any recollection of the 17-year-old girl? And that was in 2000, right? How old is Andrew now? How old is he? He hasn't aged well. He was the better looking of the brothers. He didn't age well. Yeah, Andrew Epstein. You think he was born in 60? So he'd be, well, depending, 59. So when he was in the year 2000, he would be 40, sleeping with a 17-year-old. What do they think? What are you people in the UK? What are they saying about him? The Queen knew that he was interviewed right there. He never remarried, right? They got divorced. He never remarried. What happened to? I don't even remember drinking this. That's really weird. Okay. Prince Andrew is now blaming his ex for taking. He's now blaming his ex. Which ex? Not Sarah. for taking him into doing talking him into doing the interview and pleading his innocence. Once his father gets a hold of that, he will definitely hate her forever. But I mean, what is he gonna hate her forever? He's the one that did it. How old are his girls? Are his girls married? They are married, both of them? One girl's married, the other's engaged. What happened to neither Sarah nor him married again? Where have I been, Eileen? I don't really follow those. I'm not really like a royal watcher. I'm not interested in the royals. I'm not. Beatrice. I actually forgot all about him until I saw him on the thing. And I thought, oh, that's right, Andrew. Yeah, he used to be good looking. That. I totally didn't even remember him. I've never been one of those that gets. I really don't understand how you like. Maybe I couldn't. Like, who the hell? I don't know. You just had them like they're in there all the time. I just think that would be crazy. Somebody else's turn. Like, I don't know. It seems like that should be like, okay, this was good for a time, but now we've got to have a vote and stuff. This monarchy. I don't know. We need to change this up. Because I love I love Princess Diana, but she's not here anymore. And I don't know. Crime. What, Judy? Crime? We did do crime. We talked about Marc Sievers coming up. We talked about Frazee. And now we're talking about Epstein. It brings you huge revenue every year. But people don't ever get tired like Diana, like, okay, like... Royalty or Hollywood, don't understand fanfare either. I just don't understand the constant, just watching them, they're, I don't know. Yeah, Alyssa, yeah, every little thing they do. Oh my gosh, she crossed her leg the wrong way. Did you see the way she had her leg crossed? Oh my gosh. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like such scrutiny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The kids make a face. Oh my gosh, did you see the face the kids made? They were actually kids. They were not robots. I get the impression people they really aren't bothered by them except royalists and tourists. It's like that with the Kardashians. I don't pay any attention to the Kardashians. I couldn't even tell you anything about them. I've never watched their show. I don't. Kardashians are. I've seen one of them when I used to watch The Apprentice. The one that got the drunk DUI or something, and then she had to take time off The Apprentice or something, and she got yelled at. William's wife, Katie, is the most liked in the monarchy. Yeah. You're not missing much, Carolyn. No, I can't take that. No, she's not. Carla, are you serious? Is Carla? No, I didn't hear that, but I don't really. Really? Oh, rumors? Oh, she is? I guess she wants to make sure that, what did she have? She had another boy. What did she have? A boy, a girl, a boy? A girl, a boy, a girl. No, a boy, a girl, a... Lisa H? That's odd. You have the same name as one of our mods. You love Kate's and Queen's dress and coats and style. She had a girl, boy, boy? No. The boy was first. Boy, girl, boy. How old is the youngest one? And they say the other one is too, right? Or that they're on the watch. Boy, girl, boy, right? No, boy is the oldest. That looks so weird to see my name. I know. Keep watching. Where's my eyes? My eyes are over there. Boy, girl, boy. So, okay, what else? Any other? Somebody asked about another trial. What? Any other trials going on besides Sievers? Hang on a second. I've got to shut this heat because Jimmy's got the heat blaring. Ow. I had my stupid foot heater on, and he's got this house so freaking hot. When I was doing that Dollar Tree video, I literally felt like I was in a sauna because it was warm today, actually. Warm, like 50. Okay. I'm back. He loves the heat. Yeah, Jimmy puts it on and then he just like blares it. You know, it's flying out and then he just forgets it. Oh, which one, Diana? Talking about the Royals? I'm not trying to talk about the politics of it. I'm just talking about what was that? Well, how did I even get into that? How did we even get into that? Oh, Epstein. Because people were asking about Epstein. And Epstein is a true crime, right? That's how we got into it. For the crime of what they were doing with the girls. It's not, I'm not talking about it for politics, talking about it for true crime. Andrew is, well, that's what I'm talking, about Andrew. I don't know, and then it just tapered off into just finding out where the girls were. I'm not talking about I know nothing of your politics except that, it never changes. How long can you keep a fresh turkey? You have a fresh turkey in the fridge? I don't. How long have you had it in the fridge? Yeah, I'm the least person that's going to talk about politics, Diana. I don't get. That doesn't excite me. Yeah, there's a Butterball hotline or something you can call, Janelle. I don't think I would keep it 9 days though. Good night, Alberta. England politics, Brexit, yeah. Hey, crazy cat lady, but if we send a message to our mod, Lisa. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. It's pretty weird. Where is that Lisa H? I think she's gone. 3 days in the fridge. Oh, Janelle. How long have you had it in the fridge? The Christmas markets are just till Christmas. Problem with the true crime of Epstein is it does include political stuff. Bethany, thank you. That's too long, Janelle. Yeah. You're following those cases so closely and wondering what, if anything, was going on. Turkey is easy to smell, but you don't want to smell it if it's. She doesn't want to smell it if it's going bad. I really don't want to discuss any political issues. Right, neither do I. Where are we discussing? Are people discussing political issues? Somebody asked me about Epstein, and I'm talking about the guards that were arrested. Tim Jones supposed to be executed. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm so lost unless somebody else is. Nobody just, okay, all right. I don't know. Is Epstein, I don't think the crime is just, okay, well, who's doing it? Am I missing something? I'm just talking about Epstein and the pictures and Prince Andrew denying that he was with the girl. I don't think that was politics. When does the other Jones trial start? Oh, nothing yet, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Nothing yet. Okay. Carolyn, what was the toboggan? Oh, Casbat was going to go down this toboggan run. She put up a video and she said she was going on it, but she never did. Oh dear. How long have you had it in the refrigerator, Janelle? Yeah, they were arrested today. Okay. I don't know, Paula, because someone keeps saying I don't want to discuss politics. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm trying to figure out. You're cracking up at all the different conversations. We're agreeing that talking about Epstein will lead to politics, too many connections. So we can't talk about Epstein at all? even if we don't talk about politics? Please no. Okay. What about his death? Find people to talk to. Okay, I'll find some people to talk to. I do love true crime. And the other night I caught an old Johnny Carson and Truman Capote was on. He told a story that scared the living daylights out of you. He told a story that scared the living daylights out of you. Look up rattlesnake murders. Let me say rattlesnake murders. Truman Capote. It says it's a hoax. It says it's secrets that Truman Capote took to his grave. Published 13 years before his true life account of the murder of a ranch. Okay. Hoax, secrets that Truman Capote. Oh, here's about Johnny Carson. Is this must be what you saw. The silent rattlesnakes of Truman Capote and the hoax behind hand-carved. Last week I took a few days off from work and went to Chicago with the family. We visited friends, we ate really good brisket, poked our heads through the small and dark apartment of Henry Darger, invested... Henry Darger, wait a minute. Isn't that the guy? Oh my gosh, isn't that guy that started that church? What book was that? Was that a book? I think I got it on tape. Isn't that the guy? Why am I remembering that? What book was that? Who remembers that? Who remembers that book? What book is that? Oh my gosh, I can hear the guy's voice. I have it on audiobook from years ago. Who does anybody remember that? I think he started a nobody remembers it? Shoot, really? No one? Okay, I'll remember it. It's about some... Oh, gosh. Okay, anyway. Invested way too much time studying the habits of a long-nosed walking batfish and spent Lynette's birthday seeing Hamilton, which, as it turns out, was every bit as terrific, inspirational, and thought-provoking as we were led to believe. And now I'm finding it difficult to get back into the groove of writing. I know there are things I should probably mention, like the fact that... okay, we don't want to talk about politics, so we won't go there. Right now, I'm watching 1975 footage of author Truman Capote telling Johnny Carson about a bizarre series of murders that began with a couple being done in by half a dozen rattlesnakes that had been injected with amphetamines. Could this have been where the record label Amphetamine Reptile got its name? I wonder. Capote tells Carson in detail about how the rattles of the snakes had been cut away, making them completely silent, and how they'd been hidden inside the car of the victims, and how the killer then went on to kill other residents of this small Midwestern town in various equally disturbing ways. When asked if this might be a case that Capote would consider writing about, the author told Carson that he'd already said everything he had to say about the murder in his book, Cold Blood. Here's the painful, very slow, but interesting exchange. It's difficult to imagine that Capote, talking as slowly as he does, would ever be booked as a guest on a television show in the modern era. I mean, he probably wouldn't be booked anyway, as authors and public intellectuals are no longer given that kind of mass media attention. Okay, for what it's worth, the story that Capote shared on The Tonight Show wasn't true, and he did eventually write it. It appears along a number of other essays in his long-awaited 1980 follow-up to In Cold Blood called Music for Chameleons, a book which The Atlantic recently called Capote's best and most personal work. The story behind the story is fascinating. It involves Capote, a hard-drinking author with a legendary fondness for cocaine, deep in depression, decade after the success of In Cold Blood, creating this literary work, which he called a nonfiction about an American crime, from bits and pieces of stories that he eventually stole from Al Dewey, the Kansas detective who is credited with bringing Richard Dick Hickok and Perry Smith, the killers at the center of the murder case In Cold Blood, to justice. Dewey, who had been looking for a book deal about cases that he'd worked prior to the murders of the Clutter family in the small town of Holcomb, Kansas, apparently shared with Capote, who then pulled them together into a composite, adding dramatic flourishes and placing himself at the center of the action. Here's a short excerpt from a 1992 piece in the London Sunday Times magazine about Capote's hoax. Okay, Joe Fox was astounded. On his desk this late autumn day in 1979 was a manuscript bearing the name of Truman Capote. 2 months before, Capote had promised Fox a surprise, but Fox had been unimpressed, as Capote's long-suffering editor at the New York publishing company Random House had grown very weary of his endless promises. Now Capote had delivered a manuscript to rank with his masterpiece In Cold Blood. Published 13 years before, Capote's true life account of the murder of a ranching family in Kansas had brought him literary acclaim, with status and royalties to match. Yet Capote had written nothing to match it since. He had supposedly been working on a novel, Answered Prayers, but for more than a decade, Fox had watched deadlines come and go with nothing from Capote but a series of excuses. The gossip mongers of the literary world were proclaiming that Capote was burnt out, his sources of inspiration dissipated by alcohol and cocaine, and now Capote had confounded them by delivering a sequel to In Cold Blood. He called it Hand-Carved Coffins, adding the potent subtitle, A Nonfiction Account of American Crime. Fox started reading with mixed feelings since it was not the long-awaited novel, but soon found it utterly absorbing. Like In Cold Blood, its subject matter was murder in the American Midwest. In 1970, a group of farmers had wanted to divert a river to irrigate the land, but they were opposed by a powerful rancher named Robert Quinn, whose property the river flowed. A committee of townsfolk voted against the rancher by 8-1. Over the next 5 years, the committee members were murdered in a series of elaborate and gruesome executions. The first 2 victims were a lawyer and his wife. Climbing into their car one morning, they were attacked by 9 huge rattlesnakes, which had been placed inside overnight. The snakes had been injected with amphetamines to make them more aggressive, and the victims' heads had swollen and turned green, Capote wrote, like Halloween pumpkins. Victims 3 and 4, a farming couple, were killed in an equally calculating manner. They were living in the basement of their ranch house while the upper part was being rebuilt. The killer had sealed the entrance with concrete blocks and then set the basement afire, creating an inferno from which there was no escape. Although the remaining committee members were on their guard, the executions continued remorselessly. The 5th member, a rancher who drove an open-top Jeep, was decapitated by a wire stretched at head height across the road. The 6th, the town coroner, was poisoned. The 7th, a widowed teacher, was drowned in a puzzling swimming accident, and the 8th, a local postmaster, fled to Hawaii, while the 9th, who alone had voted for the rancher, was spared. In a further deadly touch, most victims had been sent a miniature wooden coffin containing a photograph of themselves. What made Capote's account all the more compelling was that the murders remained unsolved. Capote had become closely involved in the investigation, headed by a detective named Jake Pepper. Both regarded the wealthy rancher Quinn as the principal suspect, but after spending nearly 9 years on the case, Pepper failed to secure any solid evidence against him, eventually retiring in 1979. Capote met Quinn on several occasions and once played him at chess. He too had to leave the matter unresolved, ending hand-carved coffins by describing an enigmatic meeting with Quinn beside the river which had sparked the original dispute. By the time he had finished reading, Fox had concluded that hand-carved coffins was a tour de force. It also served as the perfect requisite to Capote's critics, demonstrating that his years in literary wilderness had been spent working on a new masterpiece. Okay, so is that the story you heard? I'm sure it is. Let me see. Who said it? Hi, Kaivo. You have to go in a few minutes? You're in the hospital getting wounds? Oh dear. I hope you're okay. What happened? You just got the book about the girl abused at Stanford and Ronan Farrow's new book. Oh yeah? You read which book? Which book did you read? Who's the one that said, you don't remember yesterday? Did you loved him on was it Murder by Death? Oh, Jenny D1 is not a troll. Hi, Bergstrong. Hi, Kansas Sunflower. And telling you hand-carved coffins, right? That's a weird book. Everybody gets a little coffin with themselves in it. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. I want to see, let me just see something. Do we have anything else coming up? Oh, Alyssa, what happened? Oh, Alyssa, okay. I have to get a drink. I don't know. I don't remember drinking that thing next to me at all. Oh, countries that have the death penalty. Thank you, Krystal. Okay, hi, Carolyn. I looked it up. You brought the topic up, and it sparked my curiosity. I thought I would share. Here's the countries that have the death penalty: Afghanistan, India, Nigeria, the U.S., Iran, Japan, Taiwan, Kuwait, Zimbabwe, Libya, Thailand, Guyana, Uganda, Bangladesh, Iraq, Indonesia, Botswana, UAE, Bahamas, Cuba, Belarus, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Vietnam, Syria, Egypt, South Sudan, DRC, Ethiopia, China, Sudan, Comoros, Somalia, Barbados, Malaysia, Chad, Pakistan, Oman, Singapore, St. Lucia, Bahrain, North Korea, Equatorial Guinea, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Palestine territories, Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Dominica, Jamaica, and Jordan. Thanks for looking that up, Krystal. Brit, Slack, okay. Hang on. Let's see. Okay. Where's Slack? Okay. Okay, that's done. All right. Hi. Hello?
Hi, Mommy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just gonna grab a drink. I have to get a drink here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, right? I'm gonna get a drink. Let me see what I want. I have a thing on to get kombucha.
Not a drink.
No, no,
drink.
just something cold. Jimmy has
Okay.
had the heat on.
Today
I feel like I'm in a
day,
freaking sauna.
Oh my God. So does my husband. He will make me put that. He's like, honey, can you? Because he's got a bad back, and he'll be like, God, it's so cold. Can you put the heater on? I'm like, okay. And then I'm like waiting for him to go to sleep so I can turn it off because he'll pass out so fast.
summer.
Oh my God. I feel like it's because, maybe like I like a little bit of the sound. I get that, like the white noise and stuff, but it's like, I love the cold. Like, I love cold, but I guess cold might be different compared to like your cold because I know that you talk about
your cold is
I
like
don't,
70.
well, kinda. Well, it's 62 and it's crisp, and I'm loving it. I feel like just I can conquer the world in this weather. Like when it's hot, I hate everything. I hate being a nanny when it's hot. It's like watching all the kids and putting them in the car seat. And
What are the
it's
ages of the
hot.
kids you have to watch?
Oh, well, they range. I mean, I've got like a few different nanny jobs. Like a lot of them are, like on occasion and things like that. I had one that was more full time, but the little girl had some issues with her kidneys and stuff. So it's really sad. And so I was actually gonna get another full time one, but I decided that it probably wasn't a great match just because I don't know, but like new moms can be super I mean, and I totally get it. I'm not a mother though. So, not I don't have any of my own kids, but I have cats. And, if I was gonna get someone to, pet sit, I would definitely want to put a camera in there and make sure that they were doing that. But like the new nanny job I was gonna get, she had like she had cameras everywhere, and they're like crystal clear, and like I'm talking like I don't know. I just felt like
Well,
it
that's
was
good. At least
an
you know, and
invasion.
they're right there, so you can smile and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, like I've had other, jobs, like because I'm like on call too. So like I will do a service, for 4 hours, a certain amount of money and whatnot. And like, that's kind of my business. But some people usually just have one and then they kind of keep it to the side and they don't say anything. And honestly, I'd rather them do that because if this woman like first she told first she told me, how much she didn't want to leave, she didn't want to leave her baby. And I felt horrible because I'm like sitting there thinking, I don't even like to leave Macy, my kitty. Like I hate leaving her. And like I can't imagine a mom having to leave their baby to go back to work. Like I just can't even imagine it. And so, I'm already feeling bad. And then she said something. She looked at me and she goes, well, I don't know about you, but I just do this for the money. And I was kind of like, is this a test? Because I just felt weird because she's like, she has her doctorate in like psychology and she goes to the prisons or she
Mm.
works in a prison. And like, I don't know. I just felt like I don't know. It's like I felt like a mama bear would be watching me 24/7 and like she wanted me to watch the baby, and have her go outside and she couldn't even walk outside. Like I held the baby and like she was crying obviously because that's what new babies do. She only knows her mom and her dad. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know me, and I told her, I said, it's going to take probably a week because usually, they won't cry, but then they'll realize that, I'm there to care for them. But that's just how it is. And she kept wanting to like have me go there while she's there. And then like she heard the baby crying. I'm not even exaggerating. It wasn't even 60 seconds. And she goes, I can't take it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how is this like? So now your baby is going to think that every time she cries, when I'm here, mommy's going to come out of the woodwork. Like, it's not going to work.
Mm.
And then when I saw where the cameras were located, it honestly just gave me anxiety.
So you left
And
it? You just left?
I did. I was just like, you know, I mean, I lied. I was like, I have a family issue or something. I just didn't know what to say. And I
Yeah.
didn't want to say, it's because of your cameras, because it's like,
Well, they're probably,
I
I
don't
mean, I guarantee
know.
you, even if you can't see them, you should plan that they probably have cameras somewhere in the house.
Well, and that's totally fine. Like, I am totally fine with that. Like, have your cameras, put them anywhere, but I don't want them like when it's like a small space. And she was like, you can watch her in the living room or in her room. And it's like, there was cameras like right in your face. I'm talking. And like, she showed me the outside ones. And I don't know. I just felt like I was being
This is her, Eric.
micromanaged.
Eric, this is her. Eric's saying
Oh,
someone
I
wanted to
can't see
call
the
me,
chat.
but this is
Oh, that was me. Hi, Eric. I told you, or I asked you if you wanted to call too. I thought it would be fun.
her. Do you hear her? Can you hear Alyssa? I'm lost.
So I had, because I know that Eric was trying to get some information about the Watts
Oh,
case from you. And so I told him I was trying to go live tonight. And I said, oh, maybe you can call in too, but but he doesn't want to. He thinks that he overdid it last time. And I
oh,
said, no,
what Watts
I get that.
information? What
Oh,
Watts
just,
information?
well, remember I
I
think
know,
he asked you.
but do you know what he
Oh,
wants?
no, I
Oh,
don't.
what do you want, Eric?
I think everything. Remember, he was like just everything.
I gave him some stuff, but I need him to
Yeah,
get a
I think he
Dropbox. Did you
wanted
get a
videos.
Dropbox
He
so I can
said,
drop stuff? Because they're big files and I can't send them in the email.
Eric, you got to get a Dropbox.
You got to get a Dropbox. I told you that. I got to drop stuff in a box.
Yeah, those long ones, you can't do anything with it.
The video files are way too big. There's no way those are
Oh,
going
yeah.
in an email.
Yeah, just download Dropbox, Eric, if
Go get
you
a Dropbox.
haven't. Those are great. I had my wedding videos on, little DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved and we had movers. Anyway, I couldn't find them. So I had to find my video lady who did my wedding videos. I'm like, I lost my wedding videos. I'm like, can you please give them to me? She's like, you're going to have to download Dropbox. I'm like, okay. So,
Well, at least she had them. Didn't get rid of them.
yeah, well, she had the one version that's like the 4-minute one. But then I wanted the whole wedding video and she didn't have that anymore. So that broke my heart, but
You're
that's
being
okay.
punked by Two Scooter? Why? What is Two Scooter doing to you? Hold on. Let me see what Two Scooter's up to here.
I wish you could, Mommy, I wish you could I wish you could put it on the screen
The what?
of the people that talk of our group. There's no way to do that, huh? because I can't see anything.
Oh, you mean the chat?
Yeah.
You can't see the chat?
No.
Hmm.
I never can, really. I think I
Let me
did
see if
once and
wait,
then
if I'd have to pop it out. I can't pop that out.
I have a tablet here. I could actually look at it that way,
You could
maybe.
pop your chat out of your YouTube.
I don't really know how to do that.
Let me see.
Is that the
Let me
little
see.
guy to
Let me
the
see if I
right of
can
me?
pop it out. Eric, what did you want on the? What did you want to look at the Watts case?
He said that you gave him all the information,
Most
but he
name
didn't
brand
get any videos, so he's gonna need to get a Dropbox for the videos.
For the Dropbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric, download the Dropbox.
Pop out the chat. All right. Can you see it now?
No.
Well, you have to wait a minute because it's going to be a delay. Can you see it now?
Mm-mm.
You have to. It's right over here. It's here.
I don't see it.
No.
I see you and
see. I can't get my directions right. No, but it's over here. No.
No.
Can you guys see the chat?
They all see it. I just never see it.
You guys can see the chat over here. They can.
Yeah, they always can. I never can. I don't know
But
why. When I call in
chat?
live, I can't see it. No. I can see you in the kitchen. That's it. And then there's a little thing on the bottom. It looks like a little person or whatever on the right.
Right. Yeah, somewhere over here.
I don't know if am I supposed to press that button?
But you can't see in there the chat.
No.
Can you get out of Zoom and just go to YouTube? Like once you're checked into Zoom, get out of Zoom and just go look at it in YouTube.
Okay.
You don't have to stay in Zoom. Like, I mean, you stay in Zoom, but you can minimize it.
I got it. Okay, let me do that. I didn't know that. My internet has been so slow lately too. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Choking.
So weird.
Good night, Sakura. So what else? Yes, just because everyone else said it. What did they say? But she has to. Oh, you hear her YouTube playing? Yeah, make sure you mute your YouTube. So who are we chatting to? Alyssa. But I can get this off because she's going to get her YouTube and she'll see it. So what else did I have in news today? Tomorrow I've got to get packages out. I got some stuff addressed. Oh, what a nightmare to take the puppies' portraits. I've tried to do that today, and then I realized that my remote flash thing needed a new battery, so the flash wasn't working, and it's just it was fruitless. I mean, I took some, but it was fruitless. Maybe tomorrow, but I have to order a new battery unless I can pick one up locally. I don't know. That didn't go well. I don't know what else.
Mommy, can you look at pictures?
Pictures of what?
I made some arts and crafts today. I was pretty proud of
did?
myself. Yeah.
You sent them?
I didn't send them to you. I don't really know how it works, but I'm starting to do them. I'm just super excited. I just joined your other group, the craft one.
Oh, the craft group?
Yeah. And then I just started doing some today. I made some beautiful.
What kind of crafts?
I'll just tell you about them. I did some like November leaves, And I just started, doing them, and I put glitter and everything, and they're so pretty. Just like from my imagination kind of thing. But I
Yeah.
looked at one and I just cut it out, and because I was babysitting tonight, and so I always love to do arts and crafts with the kiddos. So fun. I'm just so proud of them. I'm like, babe, look what I did to my husband. He's like, oh my gosh, that's so
This is really
cool.
disgusting. I'm sorry because I'm drinking something and I didn't realize it had bits of aloe in it, and it's really quite disgusting.
Aloe?
Like it tastes good, but then these things like not good. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So you don't have any pictures of your crafts? I've got to finish my houses, and I've got to. I'm really worried about Lisa. I forgot to email her. I should call her. Now it's too late again. I'm really bad about
Where's Desi?
Desi's sleeping.
Oh, the
Desi was
baby.
in the Dollar Tree video today, making a lot of trouble.
Oh, I tried to watch
He
that,
was
and
he
then
was eating the rolls of gift wrap,
he was.
and yeah, he
Oh
was
my gosh, that's so funny.
climbing on them. Yeah.
See, that's one bad thing about having cats instead of dogs. You can't bring them anywhere.
Oh, you can't bring your cat out?
I mean, Macy's not gonna have that. She gets anxiety. She doesn't want to. Have you had cats, mommy?
Yeah, we had one cat. Actually, Luke told me that it was December. What do you say? December 1st. We had to put our cat down last year. Yeah.
Sorry, I lost my midnight on September 3rd last year. It was the hardest thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's hard. Not good.
Well, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I believe that Macy is midnight reincarnated, and so does my husband.
Oh yeah.
Because when I got her, she started laying in the same exact spot where Midnight did before she died, like right above my head, like the same area. And then she just had the same mannerisms and everything. I mean, we still think that because Midnight and I had such a close relationship, she would have never wanted to leave me. And it was so tragic that, like, I believe she came back to me. She did.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Stop drinking it. I know, Auntie Coco. But it tastes good and it's refreshing, but it's these horrible things. I think I just have to strain it. I have to just strain it.
Did you make it?
No.
Why are you drinking?
Because I'm like really thirsty.
I always only drink water, pretty much water or chocolate milk. I'm not a big soda person though.
No, I don't drink any soda. Yeah. What did Eric say? You have what, Eric? What do you have? A question?
Oh, now I can see the chat. I put it on my iPad.
Oh, okay.
Is my voice echoing? I don't want it to be loud.
No, I don't hear it.
Okay, good.
What do you have, Eric? I have one, Mommy Ramblings. You have what? No. Potter, it tastes good, but then it's got these bits of aloe in it, and they just feel really weird.
I wonder why they would put aloe in a drink. What's that supposed to do?
It's supposed to be good for you. It does say aloe drink, but I thought it was blended, like pure. I didn't know it was like floating around in there.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, kind of a little bit. You must not live. I don't.
Why does Mommy stay up all night? We're night owls. All of us are night owls. Okay.
Anyone ever ask for a cup of tea?
Hi, Froggy
and got given. What did you get? Hold on. And got given the tea bag dumped in hot water with milk all at once. Oh, really? Yeah, you're not supposed to. still have to steep it first. Do you ever make your own gift wrap? Did you see how much gift wrap I bought today? No. I mean, probably in the past, like maybe 1 time, 2 times. I don't know. When I was a kid, maybe. Remember they used to do stuff with like a potato on a, yeah. They used to make stamps.
Oh, Froggy. I love you too. Are you still knitting, Froggy? You still knitting?
I missed what Eric had. Eric, what do you have?
He never told us.
I have one, Molly Ramblings.
Eric,
Scooter,
what do you have?
You'd be sad.
Oh, a nasty drink?
No, I don't know what he's talking about. I knew a lady who gave her twins bottles of Jello water. One hippie.
Was that good for the twins? I used to babysit, I was a nanny for twins. I watched them 6 days a week since they were 3 months old until they were 2.
You have a Dropbox? Well, okay.
Oh, he has a Dropbox.
You have to give it to me so I can drop the stuff off in it.
Email her, Eric, so she can send the Watts video. That was freaking hilarious, Mommy, when you put that one, the last one of NK.
Oh yeah.
With her dirty hair.
It didn't look clean. It didn't look clean. It looked kind of greasy.
Well, her ear was sticking out of it, and I mean, obviously, it did need a good wash.
Yeah, it looked like it wasn't shiny or anything. It was not looking good.
No. And then she was in that with the bonfire. I don't know. I've been to bonfires before, but you know how your hair will smell.
Well,
like
if the smoke is coming your way, then everything stinks of smoke. Yeah.
She just does not look like she smelled good altogether. That's all I'm gonna say.
And the sand, I just imagine the sand. That must be so gritty. Ugh. Right? You need like a real shower after that. You've got to wear that mask, and it's in your eyes, and it's in your hair, and it's all over your body.
Opposite. NK and I are completely opposite.
Who wants to do that? I wouldn't want to do that.
No, you know what? Even if my husband wanted to and he was begging, I'd be like, you have fun with, one of your friends or somebody else. No, I'm not going to do that. No, thanks. Yeah. She was trying so hard to do everything that he wanted to do. Like every little thing.
Good night, crazy cat lady.
Weird.
Yeah, I know that doesn't.
I know girls like that too. I've had girlfriends that, even to this day, she doesn't listen to this, but well, maybe she does.
They're trying so hard to get the guy. That they're just trying too hard.
Yes, and they start to act, like how they would want. And I'm like, what's the point in that? Why don't you just be yourself? Like, when I went on my first date with this husband, because this is the second one, I had him come over, and I wasn't even, I didn't have makeup on. I didn't care. I was like,
the first time?
You like me or you don't.
Really? Yes. The very first time?
The very first time. It was odd. I was drinking at the time, and I was going through my divorce. But the divorce was done for a while. Like, we had not been together for a while, but we were finalizing it. And, Eden and I were chatting on the online thing. And then I finally, let him talk to me. And then we chatted. And then we actually found out that he lived right down the street. And then I was like, okay, well, I am tired for the night. I'd love to meet you, but I'm like, oh, unless you want to bring over a little bubbly. And he was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I really don't want to go anywhere. And I'm like, but if you want to. And then he's like, I don't know where that's open. I'm like, oh, you need to go to Safeway down the street. Like, he was really unsure, but I was like, come over. And he did. And we ended up talking all night long. And um, actually, we were intimate. And I've only been intimate with two guys in my entire life. On the first, basically, I don't call it one night stand because we knew each other, talked before, but they were both my husband. So I'm not one of those girls that's like opposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
if it happens, that happens. You might get a husband out of it. And I
Might get,
mean,
yeah,
he's
a
great.
couple other
He's,
things. I don't know.
and then a lot of my girlfriends, they say, gosh, I wish my man would do that, or, go shopping for me or do this for me. And they're like, you laid it out from the first date. That's why, and I'm like, well, he's a giver. And I knew that. And I think it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I did lay it out on the first date. You need to bring me something before you come home or before you come over. And this man calls me every day,
Mm-hmm.
what do you need? What do you want? And I kind of think it might be an only child syndrome thing that I have, because I always get the caretakers.
Oh, yeah? You're an only child?
Yeah. People always say that that's bad, but I kind of get it.
Yeah. What do you think being an only child?
I think it made me a better human being.
You think it made you a better human being?
I do.
My
not a better wife, but a better human being.
Oh, see, my cousin's ex-wife. He wanted them when they had their son. He said he wanted it to be an only child just like him, and she's like, no way in the freaking world am I going to have an only child just like you. And so she said no, and they ended up getting divorced, and a lot of it had to be that he was an only child, and he was very like nobody ever touched his stuff. He was very, he still is,
No,
he's got some
I'm
quirks,
not like
lot
that.
of quirks
I'm not like
stuff.
that. I'm just,
He wasn't living in
when I
reality.
want my quiet time, I like my quiet time. I feel like people that have had like brothers and sisters, they always like noise around, and
Nobody
like
ever
that's the
touched
only
your
thing.
stuff. Nobody touched your stuff, right? Right? Nobody touched your stuff.
Well, okay, so I do have a best friend and we were both only children, and like we have been best friends since first grade, and I was such a brat to her. I mean, I was a brat. We had Barbies, and I'd be like, you don't get to play with that Barbie. My new Barbie. I was a freaking brat. Or I'd make our chocolate milk, so I'd be like, that one has more chocolate. That's mine. I was a brat.
Yeah,
and
bossy.
my mom
It kind of
didn't.
sounds like bossy.
Yeah. But I'm not really that. I'm not that way in real life. Like,
No.
I mean, like, if they're good, I mean, they call, my ex-boyfriends are, they've always, called me and done that with me. I've never been like, go do this. Like, I'm
How
not
come
like
you got
that.
divorced? What happened?
My ex-husband had a drug problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I couldn't help him.
Yeah. How long were you married?
Only 2 years, but we were together since 2002 until 2012, on and off. But yeah, and we're actually still friends, though. He is incarcerated.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that the drugs will make you do things that
Sure. Yeah.
you
Absolutely.
would not normally do. So I'm not sure when or if he will see the light of day, but my husband knew that I was still friends with. He actually encouraged it, which is really kind of him. His mother had a drug problem as well, my husband's mother, and she passed. And so he kind of knew that was a super sensitive thing. And he always encouraged our friendship, and he talks with him, and it's really, I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm just really glad that, my ex-husband's even alive too. So it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's really
My
hard.
daughter's dating an only child, and he's got some.
That's so funny. It's like people are
He's
like,
got some quirks.
only child.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got some. I
They're a
think
little
so.
selfish. We're all a little
No,
selfish.
I don't.
I will be
It's not
honest
that
about
he's
that.
selfish. I'm not. I'm just.
My ex-husband was an only child as well, and so there's pluses to that because we both like our quiet time. We both, you know, but we're both a little bit more me instead of giving. It's kind of an automatic thing.
Your son isn't only, and he's not selfish. Yeah, I wouldn't call this guy selfish. This guy is just one that. Oh, kids, like they cost a lot of money, and it's more people, and
I
it's
agree too with
that kind
that.
of stuff like that. And
And
I'm just
so
like,
did my
what are you
ex-husband.
doing?
My ex-husband and I were the same. We didn't want kids, and we were like, my ex-husband used to call them money pits.
Yeah,
I was more like, I just don't want because I'm a nanny, so it's a lot. And then I met my husband. He has 3 grown, though they're all grown now. So, but I met them when they weren't, and I love them. They're all girls, and they're very sweet. And that's one thing too that got me with the whole NK thing is I thought that was very strange that she was like, don't call me when you have the girls. Don't call me. You need to be with them. I thought that was
yeah, but do
very
you
odd.
but I don't. I no. I think she was no. I think she was doing that so he would choose her.
Right.
Yeah, not
And
because she really
sick.
wanted him to not do it. It was just a manipulation thing.
Yeah, I think that was so weird. Like when I met my husband, when, he had pictures of his girls, on the dating site. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so great, and he wasn't with the mothers, obviously. And he has twins with one and one daughter with another, and he's 48. He had one very young, and he married her. And I mean, everybody's on good terms. Everybody's moved on. And I could never get in a relationship if there was anything iffy, going on. That was my first question.
What
What's
do
your
you mean by
relationship with
iffy?
the mother?
You mean like
Well,
he's
my
still involved
question
with them?
was, is there anything, still with the mothers? Because if you might want to still be a family, or
Oh, you mean like
maybe
he's not totally
right. That was my first question, because I don't want to date a guy
that's too friendly with the ex-wife?
Right, or maybe it's not over,
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, I always feel like the baby's mom or the ex-wife needs to be completely over it, moved on, and then maybe dating someone else, or it's got to be done.
Yeah, they get involved with somebody that's setting yourself
okay.
up for like a big
Yeah.
a big crazy
That
thing.
was my first question to him, because I didn't want to get involved with anyone unless, if they still had a chance. And so that was over, and I met, baby's mom, and they're nice, and they moved on, and that's how it needs to be.
How come it didn't work out with him, with the two of them?
She actually, that's how we bonded. She actually started using.
Oh, okay.
And so we were both kind of in the same boat. And then the first one, they were just so young.
They grew, yeah.
And she just wanted to live with her parents and have her parents take care of the baby. They were really young with the first one, but the twins, she was actually older than him. She was 38. She was my age when she gave birth to his twins. Then after they had them, like, he was at home all the time taking care of them and working, and she just started having an affair and using.
We don't get many
So
people
sad.
in
Like he
here.
has these videos of the twins when they were babies, and he was at home with them all the time. It just made me fall in love with him.
How come we don't get many people in here from Italy? I'm just wondering. We get Australia, we get the UK, we get Israel, Germany. How come we don't get many people in here from Italy? Has anybody thought we get Ireland? What's going on with Italy?
Do they not speak English as
We've
well
even
as we
gotten
do?
Japan. We've even gotten Japan in here. Is there a reason we're not getting any Italy in here?
I'm actually half Italian and half German.
I'm
I'm
asking
all
for
Italian,
a reason.
Mommy?
I'm all Italian, yeah.
I love it. It's funny because my Italian side of the family, I can
They're not
talk
into
to.
crime? I don't think that's
my
true.
German side, can't talk to them.
My son's looking for someone. I said, you know what? The kid down the road, he married this really nice Italian girl, and he kind of is looking for a girl, around, I don't know, anywhere from 22 to 29. Told him I'll see what I can do. No, because you watch this like stuff and they all go, I met this girl on Facebook. I'm like, how are you meeting them on Facebook? Like on the 90 Day Fiance, like they're meeting them on Facebook or something. But Italy, you don't need that 90 day. They can just come over on just a tourist visa.
That seems weird to me. Hold on, Mommy. I've got to go
100%?
potty. I'm going to put you on hold, okay?
Okay. So if anybody, I don't know why we're not getting anyone from there. But we need more pasta talk. I don't know why we're not getting anyone from Italy. Also, English language, the towns we went to, Italians don't do early mornings. If they do, they go to work. Okay. But yeah, I just don't feel like we're getting enough Italians in here. I don't think we've gotten any Italians in here. No, I did. I did have someone that was from Italy. She was an American living there. When I first started Watts, she had like some kind of a countess name. She was always commenting on everything. In the comments mostly, because I wasn't doing lives at the time. I have to look her up again. Carolyn, wow, internationality suspect. Alma, my hair, what happened? I also stood in the bullies. Okay. Bye, Diana. You may be back before closing? Okay. Italians don't have English lessons in school.
Yeah, I don't think that they speak
Miss 333.
English that well. I think that's why.
The friendly ones own Italian restaurants in America. Yeah. Yeah. Because he's like, you're worried about me, Mom? And I'm like, I'm not worried about you. I'm just like, I don't know what the heck is going on with all of you. I really like none of you. It's just so crazy.
How old is that one?
30.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's like, I work all the time, and he's really looking for like a
housewife more.
No, not. I mean, but maybe
That's
I don't
not
know.
a bad thing.
Yeah, I know it just sounds like a housewife, but yeah, like
I've always wanted to. I'm more like that, but without all the cooking and the cleaning.
I told him, well, you should come on a couple of nights and let people see your personality a little bit, and then maybe
I think so
they
too.
know someone.
Well,
I don't
and
know.
then they'd already know you. They'd already know the mother-in-law.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, that's the funny thing too is my mother-in-laws and I, we were like the best of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them. My first husband, he was raised by his grandmother, but his mother was still around, but she was on drugs. But I met both of them, and I mean, they absolutely have loved me, but his grandma ended up being like my grandma. And her birthday was November 12th, and she passed away September 17th.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. And he actually was incarcerated when that happened. And so I was, the only one to be there for her. And it was a while back. And I used to, this sounds so old, but I used to videotape her days of our lives. And yeah, and her Jeopardy. And then I brought him to the hospital. And she was just the best lady I've ever met in my life. She fought that cancer too. She fought it. And then, she passed. She was 64.
Oh, young. Yeah, sad.
Very.
Yeah, very young.
Yeah, she was, I'm not that close to my family. I have, friends that are more like family. But she was my family, so
yeah,
it's always rough,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
he really lost it. He lost it when she died. He got a cancer ribbon tattooed under his eye.
He got a what? Cancer ribbon tattooed under his eye?
Yes.
Yeah, wow, that must have been painful.
He ended up getting a bunch of tattoos when he started using, I didn't really know who he was anymore. It was very odd. I didn't know what to do. You can't, I don't know. And then that's kind of a thing that made me feel so bad for Shanann, is because the way that Chris was treating her is the same way that my ex-husband was treating me. And that's why I automatically bought drugs, because it was like he turned into another person overnight. Basically, he lost a lot of weight. He started having an affair. He wasn't loving with her. She couldn't talk to him anymore. And it was very much like, whoa. And I know that feeling. I've been through it. And
yeah, but your guy was probably spending money somewhere, right?
he had an inheritance, so I wasn't, on his balls about the money. He ended up getting an inheritance, which was horrible to have a drug problem with that.
What kind of drugs was he doing? Heroin?
Yeah. Heroin, anything he could get his hands on. Heroin was his favorite, but he would also do meth. He stole from me, sold my wedding, grabbed my wedding ring, pawned it.
How old?
It was
How
horrible.
Old were you guys?
I used to sleep. I was 26 when we got married, and then that happened.
And he was around the same age?
Yeah, he's 4 years older than me. So early 30s. Now he's 41. So, but yeah, I used to, it's a horrible feeling to not trust. I would go to sleep with my purse.
Wow.
And I wasn't, like I said, he had an inheritance. I wasn't the one with the money, but when it started to run out, I knew that he'd take it from me. And he did. It's like going through hell, honestly, to love someone that's on drugs. I feel like I mourned him so many times. He went to rehab 3 times, and each time he would relapse, my life would just be I would be broken, and so would his grandmother. And then he'd come back and he'd be sober for a while, and then we'd be like, yay, we have him back, and then boom.
Yeah, it's horrible. If they're not,
nightmare.
Right, you think they're better and they're not, and then
I wouldn't wish that upon anyone.
No, it's terrible.
I even told him that something, I was like, sometimes I wish, that you would have passed so I could have just gotten over it, because you were never done. But he's not on drugs right now, but
he's in jail, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they do get the most amount of drugs in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he will call me and be like, everyone is on drugs right now. Like,
Oh, you still
this
talk to him?
sucks. Yeah, we're still friends. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And my husband's cool with him as well.
Do you go
so
visit
it's
him?
really nice. No.
Oh. But he
No,
calls.
he doesn't live here, and I wouldn't do that anyhow. He doesn't live in California anymore, but that would be a little much. I don't think my husband would really like that too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we would both visit him if he was around, if he wanted us to, but we've done the video visits.
You're a widow.
It's just like crazy in there. See, that's what I wish that Chris Watts could get, the kind of treatment that my ex-husband has. So my ex-husband was born and raised in Monterey, California. It's great weather here. It's easy. Then he went to Arkansas to visit his mother, his biological mother. That's where he got, his case, which I really don't want to talk about. But he'll be in there for a while, and I don't agree with his charges that he got, which is really, really messed up. That's a whole nother story, but he was there. So basically, he's in an Arkansas prison, and they call it hoeing is what they make them do. So they walk and they work like all the time, and he's gotten scabs on his face, Mommy, from it being burned.
It hoeing?
Yeah, it's like an old, if you Google it, and that was kind
of funny. Did you
say
he's in an Arkansas prison?
Yes.
What's the name of it?
I don't really feel comfortable saying online, but I will tell you in the private one.
Does it begin with an H?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They said you wanted to. I don't know, Eric.
It's really bad, though. They've got him, it's called hoeing. And if you look it up, it's something that they used to do back in the day to prisoners.
Is it with a hose? Like
no,
garden hose?
So they're all chained together.
Like a chain gang.
And they're out in the scorching heat. And so he's got like scabs on his face, like when it was hot. Like, thank God it's not hot right now, but.
Right.
All the time. They don't even have decent sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's just pure torture. And I'm like, I wish Chris Watts could do that, because he's sitting in his cell. It's like,
how much more time does he have?
We're not sure. Like, we're not sure. It could be like 10 years, or it could be in a year. I don't really know. It's
because I heard there's a really, really bad one down there that, like, when I was thinking of Frazee, but I think it's in, I don't know if it's Arkansas or Alabama. No, I think it's Alabama.
All I know is they don't even, like, the thought of not having any air conditioning.
It's really bad. I saw it in a documentary.
This is absolutely torture.
No, this one I saw in a documentary, it's really overcrowded. Tremendously overcrowded, and there's fires started in it. I think it's called Hellman or Holman or something or other. And I don't know whether it's Arkansas or Alabama. I think it might be Alabama. And they're like in bunks, like they don't even have cells. It's like a whole big like dormitory.
Well. Yeah.
Right? There's not even like cells.
See them in the video chat. They're bunks.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, and they're just like one after the other, and I saw a documentary about it. It didn't look good.
It's so bad.
It looked really bad.
It just really sucks.
Yeah.
I just feel like I wish that.
Oh, it's called Holman the Slaughterhouse? Is that what it's called? The Slaughterhouse? So I am right. Yeah, I saw a documentary. I think it was on Netflix. They all wear white. Well,
that's what he wears.
Oh yeah, okay. And I mean, one guy had a guitar, I think, but it was just like there was like an entire like I don't know how many beds,
Oh
right?
yeah,
It was
I
just like
see
there
that in the
wasn't a like
video
single
visits.
cell.
It's horrible. They're like
My cursor's
jammed
by my
in
head.
their bunk beds. I would die. I would have an anxiety attack and
Holman.
die.
Mm.
I just feel so bad for him. I don't think that anybody deserves that, especially that he didn't. Oh, is there a caller?
I think so. Hi.
Hi, landlord. Whoop, whoop.
Hi. Oh, you decided to join.
Yeah.
Is it a
Good.
prison in the South? Yeah. Yeah. It's. I think it's in Arkansas or Alabama. I think it's Alabama. In Alabama. Okay. It must be a. It's a really bad one, right? Really bad.
It sounds just like
Well, I
the
mean,
one that
to make
he's
a
in.
documentary about it, I'm sure it wasn't the cream of the crop there.
I just can't believe that they allow the inmates to be outside for that long and then their whole skin is just scabbed and bleeding. I
Well,
mean, it's
Do
awful.
they get to buy sunscreen at the commissary?
They do, but it's the cheapest brand and it doesn't really work. Like, because I'd be like, he doesn't ever want money from me. I'm like, you're getting some sunscreen. I'm not his wife, but he doesn't have anyone. And I'm like, get you some sunscreen, lather it on there, and it's like, first he couldn't get any when he was doing that. And then when he could, it was like just this cheap, crappy stuff that didn't even work.
Hmm. How often do you talk to him?
Scabs. Once a week.
You know what's sad though, Carolyn?
Yeah?
You know what's sad?
What?
Is Chris Watts, as far as being an inmate, Chris Watts he's absolutely living the dream.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, and that's why I'm
so
pissed.
That's so wrong, and that's why I get pissed about.
Me too. And he's sitting there, and he didn't really like to be around people that much. So he's probably like, all right, this is okay. Like he gets his visits. My ex-husband hasn't had one visit for 6 years.
Right.
It's sad. And Chris Watts gets visits from women. It makes me sick.
Because the women are stuck on stupid.
He needs to be hoeing out. He was hoeing enough on the outs. He needs to be hoeing in the, like, go hoe. Like,
yeah.
He needs to be out there getting burned. He needs to get burned. That really pisses me off. Beyond belief. Watching my son with those scabs on his face, it's like, this is insane. That's inhumane. And if somebody deserves that, it's Chris Watts and it's Patrick Frazee.
How do you see his face? Do you video chat?
Yeah.
He can video chat from the prison?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He gets internet access and stuff?
No.
I agree with that, Eric.
No, he doesn't get any internet access. He doesn't get to do any of that, but he can video visit. I guess if you pay for a tablet, he doesn't have the money for it.
And, but they can have one?
They can have a tablet, but it's not internet access. They're only allowed to look up songs and stuff. Like they're not allowed to do any type of social media.
Right. They're allowed to download music off of special machines that they put in their own.
Right. You were a correctional officer, weren't you?
Yeah, for 11 years.
Right. Oh, yeah, and you were at the prison. Yeah, so
Yeah.
What? Which area or what state?
Ohio and Lucasville. That's where they had the
So were they?
In 93.
Oh wow. Were they doing the hoeing there for the inmates? Like, were they chained together and going outside all day and getting scabbed?
Yeah, that's the inmates going to rec. They hook them up usually.
Yes.
10 to 20 per chain.
So
and trust
horrible.
me, if one of them slips the cuff and a fight breaks out on that chain,
oh yeah,
you can get hurt really, really bad.
Absolutely. And I would be like, please go to the nurse. Do something. He's like, I don't want to make any problems. I don't want to do anything. I'm like, you're like, he's bleeding.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna get out and freaking die from cancer. I don't get it. I don't understand why they won't let him have decent, I don't know. That just hurts me, I guess.
I mean, I worked the last 3 years that I worked, I was in exactly the department where Chris Watts is in. It's called the RTU unit, Residential Treatment Unit.
Right.
And that is basically a bunch of guys that are mentally retarded in some way, or they're really, really slow, or something.
And he's not.
It's for actual sick patients.
Right.
And they get so much more extra than what your average inmate does out on the main line.
So
they get access to microwaves.
Like my ex can't even get ice, like cold water, like when it was hot, no air conditioning. I mean, that to me is like complete hell. If you're sitting there in Arkansas with that heat, like I'm like, you are so strong.
You see that picture that Carolyn has up on this video of that top range of the yellow?
He's talking about the prison cell at the next to Frazee.
Yeah, that's at my prison.
Oh, I can't. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's.
So you
that's
still
the top range? No, but that's at my prison where I worked at, because when I seen it, I thought, man, I know that's it, because we're the only ones who would put yellow on ugly ass brown paint, and I recognized the fire extinguisher and stuff in the back. But that's a top range of an uptight block, where if somebody, they can't play well with others, or they get in a fight, or they get caught drugs, that's called the uptight block.
Okay, sorry, I accidentally logged out.
Oh, okay. No,
every time I try to look,
I was going to say, I didn't know who that could be coming in, because the only two people have numbers. That was scary.
Yeah.
I thought somebody else was calling in too.
Yeah, I was like, who the heck?
No, Eric, when you told me to look at the picture, I tried to look at it, and then it got me out of my phone.
Yeah, that's an uptight block in the prison where I worked at. It's actually called Southern High Correctional Facility is what it's called.
So you don't work there anymore?
No.
Why, if you don't mind me asking? You're just over it?
No, I'd seen too much. I got caught up in a couple murders out there, inmate on inmate. And they told me to go home and stay on the couch, so I did that. Just
you
seen too much.
A little bit of post-traumatic stress from that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's a given. There's no way that you couldn't. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for the people that live, like they work there, but it's almost like you're there with the inmates. Like you might as well be one.
One of them was on K side, and they came out for chow. And one of the highest ranking members of the Aryan Brotherhood was walking on the back stairwell. He was walking up the stairs to go back to his cell.
Right.
And a black guy came up from behind him, and nobody knew it. But he had busted all the glass out of his window, and he had a piece of it in his hand, and he cut that dude from the Aryan Brother. He cut his neck from ear to ear. And
Don't
then
even tell me that.
The other one was two black dudes pitched a 60-some-year-old white guy off the top range. And
an older one?
It pretty much exploded.
Why would they do that to an older one? Usually they don't mess with the older guys.
He was dropping that N-bomb on him.
Oh, so he was acting ridiculous. That's stupid. Yeah. Well, I mean, my ex is, he's obviously in a prison gang as well, because you have to.
You have to
they're all.
That's a given.
Yeah. And so when he went up for parole, they're like, how old are you? And you're in, and you should know better. And it's like, he has to do what he has to do to survive. He doesn't have a racist
Right.
bone in his body, but that's what you have to do to survive. And so that just, and then they're like 2 years denial, boom. And it's like, oh my God. Like, and then my cat, our cat died the same
Well,
day with my ex-husband. Our cat died. And so we were just like, oh my God, like it died right before. So I was bawling my eyes out. We're both bawling our eyes out. And then he couldn't even talk at court.
Yeah.
He couldn't even speak. He was just so upset. Like that, we both don't have any kids, but we had our cats, and like it was just such a.
Oh no, he's got another match going with. How'd it go? Did Hennessy email you, Eric?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I actually talked to her earlier, but she must have been asleep or something. Can you guys hear me now, better?
Yeah. How'd the conversation go?
Huh?
How'd it go?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we just chit-chatted.
She didn't ghost you, did she?
I don't know. I was the last one to ask a question and it ain't been answered, so maybe she did.
Oh, no.
Trust me.
Did anybody see Hennessy
Did you
today?
get ghosted?
How did it end? Like, did she get off abruptly?
No. She,
Have you guys done video chat? Have you seen her?
A question, and she hasn't responded back. I told her I didn't have her pictured as a mod on another dude's channel, and I ain't heard back.
Mm-hmm. You said you couldn't picture.
I'm not done a video chat. I look like ass.
Oh, who cares? So what? Who cares?
You said you couldn't picture her as a mom?
Huh?
Did you say you told her that you couldn't picture her as a mom?
As a mod.
Oh, as a mod.
Yeah. And the guy that she's a mod for.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not offensive, I don't think.
Well, I mean,
not picturing you as a mother would be offensive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You're just not. Yeah, that would be rough.
I mean,
as a mod, that's.
Hiya, Casbat. Whoop, whoop.
I don't understand. I mean, like the ghosting is so stupid. Like when people ghost, what is that about?
Is.
Just say I'm not interested.
Say it.
I've been ghosting for 20 years.
You what?
He's been ghosting for 20 years.
The women are just ghosting? It's so stupid.
No, he's ghosting.
Oh, he's ghosting people?
No, I'm being ghosted.
No, he's being ghosted.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly think I'm a good judge of character. I can read people. I think that Eric is.
You just have to have your shower? Okay.
I think that your no offense. I think that your standards are too high, maybe.
Do we have a backup
you know what I
for
mean?
Eric if
yeah,
out?
like you don't give.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I can't
maybe.
have Miss America, I don't want nobody.
That's the vibe I get.
I'm teasing.
Do we have a backup?
Well, no, you're not though. There's always, when you joke, there's a little bit of truth there. So what is it that you're looking for in a woman? Let's hear it.
Around this area where I live, there's only maybe 25,000 people. So it's not, there's not a whole bunch of women out there to get, you know what I mean? And
so, but what are you looking for anything, or are you comfortable just being alone? Like you don't really, really want anybody, which is fine.
Well,
maybe you're comfortable being alone.
I have
three requirements
that
what are they?
Of them have to, well, you can pick any of the three, but you have to either cook and clean and love sex, or love sex and cook, or cook
So
and
then
clean.
so then does that mean that
Mom, I just laughed. You know, you're
she
tired
wouldn't
of
have
that
to
out.
work though? Like she wouldn't have to work. So you would provide for her? But she'd be like a
Sure.
housewife. So
Yeah.
you'd pay for like her Amazon stuff, like her hair
I think
stuff,
Alyssa might
her
be looking for
makeup. You know what I mean? Like, cause I have my side money, from babysitting, stuff like that. But like my home life is okay. Like I don't have to pay. Well, I have to pay the utilities, but I'm just now starting to get into like cooking and cleaning because I'm always an only child and
Your
like my
mom did it for you?
husband's.
Your mom did it for you?
Yes, and I am old enough, but it's like I never had any kids. I never had anyone to do this type of thing for. But I'm actually getting interested in it now. Like I love that, and I'm like I just want to be a housewife without the kids.
No, I didn't quite go
Do you
that
want
far.
kids, Eric?
I can't have any.
Amen.
Might
Good
be.
Lord didn't bless me with that ability. Huh?
Are you sure? You're sure?
Been tested yet.
Okay. So are you looking for someone that already has children or you're not, you don't really just whatever happens?
I've done that twice, and I don't want to do that again. And that's why at my age, it's hard
Okay.
to find somebody.
How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
73.
I'm 38, I'll tell you.
I'm 73.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Uh-huh.
No, he's not.
Sure.
48.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, I'll take a
my
room.
husband's
Goodbye,
age.
Lily. Uh-huh.
That's my husband's age.
Oh,
That's a
is it?
good age. So you should be looking maybe 38.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it's not like I can just walk out the door and go find. There's only.
Why don't you do some
literally-
online stuff?
Nah, I got catfished on that once.
You got catfished?
Yeah.
Don't let that put
How
you
long?
down.
How long was she stringing you along?
Old girl had a picture up of a model, and when I met her, she looked like an ass in an eastbound mule.
Was it a picture of her in her early years, or was it a totally different picture?
Yeah, she was in her 30s.
So it was the same girl, but it wasn't like she
Yeah.
looked different. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of girls or whoever puts pictures like this is when I was 20, I was 120 pounds and then
But
they're
who
like
are you really
40.
kidding when you do that stuff? It's like you're
Yeah.
making it worse for yourself because it's
That's
better
why
to
I
put
don't
up a
understand
bad
that.
picture and come
Right?
looking really good.
My husband told me, you look better in person than on your pictures. And you look gorgeous. And I was like, well, thank you. I'm like, because I wasn't trying. I don't know who they're trying to fool. Like, I don't understand this whole acting different or looking different when you meet people. It's like, be who you are. And if they don't like it, it's not meant to be.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is, I promise you right now that everybody in this room that has heard me talk and type, you know more than anybody else because people they're just so fake.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody to tell me what I want to hear. I want somebody to tell me what they think and what they want.
Absolutely. Well, and that's why if you ever, start dating someone, I think it's important to not tell them like what you're looking for. Like, I think that's super weird when somebody's like, so what are you looking for? Like, I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but it's like, are you going to try and transform into that? Because
that
creepy.
don't work. That doesn't work. You're not going to ever change somebody.
And there's a lot of women like that.
What are you gonna do, Eric? I mean, do you cook or anything?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna provide financially.
Yeah,
because I asked him if you want the girl
like that.
Well, if you want her to cook and clean and well, obviously the bedroom should happen naturally, so that.
Yeah, but where I live, all three of them's hard to come by. Trust me. Get her done.
Well, for the bedroom?
Grace says she likes
Grace
to
like that?
cook and have fun while she's cooking.
Likes to cook and what?
She likes to cook and have fun.
There's
Okay.
a lot of women out there that do. So if you want that in a lady, so you'd rather have, because if she has her own career and she's doing all this during the day too, like both of you are working.
No, I did not, winter snow. That's not what I said. I said 2 of the 3. I didn't say which 2.
Okay, so I'm asking the question that we're all thinking. So, because I'm not reading, but so if you work a 9 to 5, right? Full-time job, and then if she does as well, right? Or would you rather her not work a 9 to 5? Maybe she works part-time, and then, or she doesn't work, and then, but she's, she wants to sleep with you. She cooks and she cleans.
That's her.
That's okay.
Whatever she wants to do. I'm not going to control.
Well, because
anybody.
I'm just saying because it's hard for like when women work full time, and then they're like, just because you're the one with the penis, they're not gonna want to clean or cook for you. You know what I mean? Like if you're both working full time, it's like she's gonna be grumpy. She's not going to want to do that for you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm only talking about myself, but I know. Like I do that.
You kind of you're throwing little stipulations in there that I didn't even.
You got to think about those, though, Eric. You didn't say it. I'm just for when you look for a girl. You know what I mean?
I said she could stay home when you come up with her going to work. So.
See, that's what I'm good. So then they can stay home. I like that. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. I love a man that will take care of his lady. That's what I like.
Well,
I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like that's how it should be. Lord knows, I don't want to go to work. I hate work, but I love, working part-time. I could never be that businesswoman that goes to work all the time. I mean, I'm not a mother, but I have 2 cats, and I hate leaving my little cat. I hate it. Like my heart rips out. I'm like, oh, Macy, I'm gonna go leave you. Like, that's why I think I've never had kids, because I've never really felt like, okay, this is safe enough to where I can stay home with my baby. Because I would want to be at home with my baby.
In a perfect world, yeah, I'd have, because I always wanted kids. I wanted 5 kids. I wanted to, the white picket fence and, dogs, and I had a dream, but it just it didn't work out. I mean, it is what it is, and was what it was.
We both got screwed from our ex-husband and wife. You got married too, Eric? Or were you engaged?
I got married.
Oh, you did?
No, I got married.
His wife was.
So you guys did the whole thing, like the cutting the cake and.
Cutting the cake. Did you cut the cake?
You had a reception.
As far as the loving felines, I'm not sure what that means.
No. She said, did you have a big wedding where you, the bride cuts the cake? Did you have that?
Oh, no, I asked if you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your first song, like the reception and stuff.
Yeah, we've done
it all. You guys cut
that.
the cake together, yeah. That's so hard. I used to watch my old wedding video a lot before I got remarried. It was like I would seriously date somebody and be like, do you want to come over? And then I'd show them the wedding video. Like it was like self-sabotage.
That's not good. You're not supposed to talk about your ex. You showed the wedding video on the first date.
Mommy,
oh dear.
Telling that was bad.
Yeah, really bad.
I wasn't over it,
Mm.
I'm like,
at least you let him know right on the first date you weren't over it.
Well, yeah. It's like, I've always been an open book. I just feel like life is not worth living unless you're an open freaking book.
Hi, this is our first date. I'm just gonna pop in my old wedding video.
Well, mommy, honestly, that was like when I would be like, I'm over this guy, like, because I could look it up on my phone. So I'd be at dinner and be like, well, honestly, I'd be at dinner and one of our wedding songs would come on and I would like start crying.
Oh my
I wasn't
god!
ready to date.
Oh, you should have filmed this.
Eric
This would have been fun.
Do you know, Mama? Do you know the song that goes? You say it best when you say nothing at all. Yes.
Is that what he said to you? That when you say nothing at all? Yeah. Did that mean you talk a lot?
So bad.
No.
Oh my god. Oh, absolutely not. No. I am just, I never talk.
Hey,
oh my
where's
god.
your husband at right now?
He's sleeping.
I dare you to
He's
reach over and slap him in the mouth.
48. He's 48.
I dare you to reach over.
Dare me
I
to
dare you
do
to slap him in the mouth.
I will not wake that man. He is so grumpy if I wake him up. He is mean when I wake him up.
We're starting to annoy people, so I'm going to bounce.
No, I don't think
we are.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people say we're annoying, so I don't want that.
What they
say? We're annoying.
Somebody said we're annoying? I didn't see it, but okay.
Gosh, it's called Mommy Ramblings, not Judge Judy.
Carolyn,
we can be so mean.
What?
Not everybody.
I can hear you.
I got a Dropbox, just so you know.
Oh yeah, you just got one?
I got one way earlier today, but yeah, I'll email you tonight or tomorrow.
How old is you want to know how old is too old of an age difference from both callers? Oh, they want to know, what do you think is too big of an age?
We're 10 years different.
No, but they want to know, what do you think is too much of an age difference?
20.
And Eric?
Hey, listen, I don't like the dude, but I like his age group. I'm like Trump. 50, 60 year difference.
One foot in the grave.
Oh,
Anna Nicole.
The girl he was with now was 6 years old when he was in his 30s. So.
Okay, but you're talking about younger.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't work the other way.
Oh my God.
Sorry for talking about politics.
On here?
Okay. So if you're 70, 20.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Eric, Bethany's loving the call. She said keep going.
Eric, you always look at the one bad. You always look at the bad comment, and then you harp on it. Screw the bad comments.
Well,
We're
I don't
having
want
fun. Enjoy yourself.
But I don't want people to leave the chat.
Mommy would tell us.
Call it off.
Okay, well, I'll stick around then. Lord knows I ain't done nothing else.
What do you mean? What crimes are acceptable?
What crimes are acceptable? No crimes are acceptable. I don't think. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it a little different.
What if she had like a white collar, like an insurance fraud that she did a long time ago, maybe, and did 5 years?
Thank you, Sammy, and all of you.
You mean
like that guy in 90 Day Fiancé? No, like that guy in 90 Day Fiancé, and he was freaking, and my son's like, it's an insurance crime.
I heard you say that earlier about the Kardashians and all. I absolutely can't tolerate them people.
No, this was 90 Day Fiancé. Paul, he had like some kind of a white collar crime.
I thought you were talking about Love After Lockup or something like that.
No, so totally out of the question, a white collar crime. A long time ago.
Well, I mean,
there's some women that fish for men that are like in prison. It's so.
They're what? They're in prison.
The women that fish for men, they like men that are incarcerated. The Love After Lockup thing. These
I have
women
a
are
scenario
paying
for you,
these men's
Carolyn.
bills. That's insane. What did you say, Eric?
I was
Oh,
telling
Hennessy,
Karen
Hennessy is here.
Hey, Hennessy, whoop whoop.
Well, I didn't see her yet, though.
Hennessy.
Hennessy, did you ghost Eric?
We're
I didn't see her yet.
laying it all on the table. Why did you get ghost on, Eric?
Hey, Carolyn, I've got a scenario for you,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It'll explain why the prison system in every state is so jacked up. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
I'd like to know this.
because you brought up the white collar is what made me think of it. There was a guy in California that got knocked for forgery, stealing some money, and stuff. 3 white collar crimes, not murder, not anything.
That was
not
sorry to
violent
interrupt you,
crime.
but I don't want to lose my thought. Is that because of the 3-strike law?
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
That's what's insane about it. Now, they done an interview with this cat. Now, he was in San Quentin, okay? That's one of the worst prisons in the country,
Yeah.
maybe the world. But those 3 charges booked him for 6 life sentences because it was the 3-strike law.
Mm-hmm.
So they had put this guy who had done, he probably did jack a bunch of people out of a bunch of money, wrote some bad checks or something. But they took that 3-strike law, threw him in a cell and threw him away with a bunch of people who's got 30 bodies on their rap sheet. Now, there is no way that makes any sense at all to me.
That's what I'm talking about. And I do want to share something before I forget. My ex-husband went, he's in prison, and he went to the same prison where Scott Peterson was. No joke.
That's San Quentin.
He saw
that's
him.
San Quentin.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, he's on death row in San Quentin.
So my ex-husband is not in San Quentin anymore, but he was there, and he saw Scott Peterson, and he remembered me, how obsessed I was with the case when it did happen. And it wasn't, so Scott Peterson was in his cage, like his go out cage. Like they would let him out on
his rec cage, yeah.
Yeah. And and my ex-husband saw him, and he was like with one of his friends, and he goes, "What do you think? Should I punch him?" Like joking. He's like, would be like every woman's hero because everyone hates him, right? And he goes, I just want to punch him. And then his friend goes, so do I. And then my ex goes, well, but then we'll be like shot. And he goes, yeah, we won't do it. He's so protected. But it was crazy to me that my ex-husband was in the same place as Scott Peterson.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, where Watts is at, he's never going to get touched, and he has no reason being there. And the same with Frazee. I mean, that dude, both of them dudes should be out on the main line. They shouldn't be in a protective custody, and that's basically what they have them in. It
pisses me off beyond belief. And then it's like, so they say, because I asked my husband, I'm like, why don't people want death instead? And he said that the living is worse for death, so they would rather have life.
They should have never.
You can get a cat. You can get a pet cat.
Yeah, I mean, the inmates literally train dogs.
Well, they can get there's pit bulls or something for, what is that? Something like that. There's some program.
Pit bulls and
parolees, but there's something in the prison too.
It looks like they have their own little studio apartment.
You know what they should do? If the animal shelters are overcrowded, why don't they take the shelter animals and give, them to the prisoners and then the prisoners have to take care of them, but only prisoners that pass a certain test, not ones that'd be cruel or anything. And then, they have.
They really aren't cruel to the animals. I've never heard anything like that. In prison, like they usually take care of them.
Well, no, but some serial killers hurt animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I mean, that's scary.
Me and some buddies from work, we all took a road trip up to the only women's prison here in Ohio. We just wanted to go up and check it out. We actually went up a couple times, but when we walked in that place, I kid you not, Carol, it felt like a college dorm atmosphere. I mean,
Absolutely.
those women aren't being punished.
Oh.
I mean, they have salons and
What?
Where was this? What prison?
Marysville Women's Prison in Columbus, or outside Columbus.
Oh.
I mean, the walls are all painted up with all kinds of really nice cartoons and stuff like that. My apartment felt more like a prison than that thing did.
Wow.
And there was one lady that was on death row, and that's where they hold their female death row. There's one lady on death row who gets an hour of rec every day. Now, you think that wouldn't be miserable? Hell, you're begging for another woman to kill her husband just to get him on death row with you. What do you mean, what do you mean, great auntie? So I'm lost.
That's crazy.
I thought you were Jennifer's saying she's in Parkersburg.
Where are you at, Eric, again?
Southern Ohio.
Okay. I don't know. Never been. What's the weather like now?
Blistering ass cold.
See, so I'm in California, but it's 62. I just love it.
Oh, you sucked.
I'm in heaven, but
so
no,
Alyssa, would you move from California? Have you always lived in California?
I've always lived in California, but I would be open to moving. Yes, I would love to move somewhere that's more cold, but you kind of scared me out of it because you don't like the snow. I mean, I have no idea what it would be like.
I'll trade you.
But I love
your
the
husband
cold.
want cold, you're more welcome to my apartment. I'll move out there.
My husband doesn't want cold. That's the problem. I do. I need it like 62 all the time.
Well,
Where could I move? Where would that be?
Down south.
Oregon? Is Oregon like that?
Yes, you like to watch
What was
rain
your
every
wedding
day.
song, Alyssa, with your second husband?
The first one, you mean?
No, the second one.
Oh,
What's your song?
oh gosh.
Are you being serious, Jennifer James?
What'd she say?
No, so my new husband, we didn't have a wedding.
Oh, but you don't have a song that's your
We
song?
do. We have like a couple of songs. No, I can't think of it. Now I feel like I'm on the spot. I'm like, he's in the other room. I was just talking
You
about
can't think,
my
yeah.
songs with the ex-husband. No, we have.
boy.
Oh gosh, I can't think of it. I just played it the other day. Oh, something angel. I'm your angel. It's real. Oh wait, I know it. I'd have to look it up on. It's an angel song.
You sure it's not that
But,
one?
you know,
Don't
we
speak. What is that one? Don't speak. I know just what you're saying. Is it that one?
Don't speak.
What is that song?
No, just one. Gwen Stefani.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do that in karaoke.
Did you?
Yeah. That's so funny.
Oh, that's crazy. What is the name of that song?
Don't speak.
Is that what it's called? Don't speak?
Yeah.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
No,
By Gwen
trust me,
Stefani.
Jennifer, I'm going, honey. I'm going to be the first thing smoking in that front door whenever it opens up the courthouse.
I feel so bad. I can't think of our song. So, I mean, like, you know, we didn't have the wedding song, but we do have like our own personal songs, but I just can't think of it right now. It's just, you know, it's like a more mature relationship. You know, Mommy, do you have a song with your husband?
Oh, yeah.
Good
a few
Lord,
of them.
that
Do you
song is
guys
stuck in
did
my
the
head now.
whole like the big wedding with the cake and everything?
Yeah.
What's your guys' song?
Listen, Mama's high maintenance. Hers was probably like
Who? I'm high
$100,000.
maintenance? No, see, you
No,
can't smash
No,
cake.
she's not.
You can't.
She is not.
That refrigerator behind you is worth more than everything I got.
Oh
But
my God.
you can't smash cake in your face. Like, you know how some people smash cake in your face? Well,
That's what, oh my
Yeah.
God.
no, but
So
no.
my ex-husband started to do that, and I was like, please don't
But you
do that,
can't.
because
You
I
can't
had
where
a
I got
zit
married.
on my face that day, and I was so pissed off when he did that.
You're
I
my
was like,
angel.
please don't mess up my makeup, and then I smashed it on his face after he did that to
Nah,
me.
that's
You,
the fun part of it, man.
but no, you can't do it where I got married.
Oh, really?
You can't because you have
Legally?
the
Or like,
no, because we got married at the Hilton, and they have this guy that follows you around and coordinates everything. And then when you go to the cutting of the cake, right? Here's what they do: they sneak you. And I didn't want to smash, and I don't want to smash, and I didn't want to smash. I think
no
that's
one
crazy.
does on their
Because it's like your dress, everything's a
No
mess
woman,
and stuff. 'Cause
yeah.
especially if you got like a fruit filling in there, you've got
my
red,
makeup.
like stains on your wedding dress, and it's thousands
Yeah,
of
no
dollars.
thanks.
It's ridiculous. So, but here's what they do: they don't really cut the cake. Not there. They
What?
they take just like they take like some of the ice, like I don't know, he made like a mock cut. The guy does it, right? He has you cut the cake, okay? So you do the whole song, the bride and the groom cuts the cake. And then he just puts like, he takes something, but he hands you this I forget what the heck he's called. He hands you the fork, and it's
Who
got
is
just a
this man,
tiny
and why
little
does
bit
he
of
do
something
this?
on it. So there's no way you could smash anything in anyone's face. Because it was considered like they said like really distasteful and everything, and I found it distasteful anyway, so I was happy.
I did too. I did too. I was really pissed when
So
my
there's no
ex-husband
way
did
there's
that.
no way to smash the cake.
I was like, I already told you that I had a pimple today, and don't mess up my makeup. Like, and then he
Ooh,
did, and I was like,
nice.
Somebody I know like did it so bad. I think my sister told me she was at a wedding, and the groom did it so free. I mean, like he took his whole
that's not
hand
cool.
and he smashed it in their face. She had it
That's
up
nasty.
her nose. I don't think they were together. I have to ask my sister. I think they got divorced shortly after that. Really, seriously.
I think when the man does that, it's like a sign that it's over. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, don't, like, when I told, like, no, it's rude.
The first
Like,
trial
maybe a
isn't
little
gonna start
joke.
until January of 2021, Jennifer.
What's going on with you?
So we're gonna be a while before we get anything. Jennifer asked me to text her the info.
Oh, on that case?
For the Wagner trial, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've never heard of the smashing of the cake in the face, Diana? Some people are really brutal with it.
Diana hasn't?
She's never heard of it.
Wow.
Really?
Well, go to Walmart and buy a cake and slam her face into it. You don't know what it's like.
I don't know. I would be so pissed.
Wow, that's the fun part.
Taking like a whole thing of cake and smashing it in the bride's face and then pushing it up her nose and stuff.
We're sitting there getting done up all day. That's supposed to be our day. So we're like, we want to look good and like a princess.
Do you do the
Eric,
cutting of the cake, guys?
Eric, did you smash your ex-wife's cake?
I'd imagine.
You smashed it
in her face?
I smashed about 6 pieces in her face and on her head.
You did?
We had a big food fight.
You had a food fight at your wedding, Eric?
Oh yeah. It was there. I told her, I said, honey, you're by yourself. It's everyone fend for their own here now.
On your wedding day?
You've never heard of smashing the cake? Do you cut the cake?
It was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was cake flying and a ham. I mean, you name it. There was all kind of food flying through the air.
Oh my gosh.
But it was all fun. I mean, everybody loved it.
Yeah.
I
still think of that day as
I'm not meant for everybody. I absolutely am not.
There's always random guy. He's looking. Who else do we have? Anybody else?
These names, Mommy, they crack me up so bad because I used to have a girlfriend that was an exotic dancer.
Oh, Tico. We have Tico.
And she used to have regulars, and she'd be like, oh, random guy, blah, 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 or blah, 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 is visiting me. And it was so funny. Like, she would call her regulars and be like, Hit, because he looked like Hitler, and Wheels, because he was in a wheelchair. And I would just die laughing. Like, oh my God, it was so funny.
Yeah, we have random.
It reminds me of that because of these random names.
You can feed it gently and then just a little bit rub in their face. I would be pissed. I would be so
was
pissed.
pissed.
Oh, you got it rubbed in your face?
I put it all in his face, and then he got pissed, kind of. And I was like, you put it in mine. I told you not to.
I don't like. I don't like. No, I don't like that. That's like, I don't know.
I don't even. Well, especially if you tell them not to before. Like, look, I want my makeup to stay nice. I had a pimple. And then they do it anyway. It's kind of like, thanks.
You had that on your wedding, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I thought you just meant that was today or something.
Somebody else or?
No, you.
Me. Oh, no, me. That was my first wedding.
Your starter husband kissed me with frosting on his lips. Picture. I hate being dirty, so cake in the face.
Husband, that's funny.
Be a big no deal. I would not like cake in the face. I've always wanted to be, do you remember Beat the Clock when they used to throw the cream pies in someone's face?
No.
Yeah.
I wanted that when I was ready for, when I was a kid, I said if I'm ready for it, and you put like the hairnet thing on, and then they just, I really wanted that. That looked interesting to me, but that wouldn't be a wedding.
No.
But I just wanted, not really hard, like if somebody bashes you and then like they, no.
I don't like anything in my face or
I don't know. I just,
my
as a kid, I thought it would
nose
be
either.
fun. I don't know. It's just cream. There's nothing else in it but like a graham cracker
I
shell.
just get creeped out when it really sucks. We went on a vacation. Well, I did with another guy, and went to Hawaii, and I was looking so forward to like snorkeling because I love animals and everything. I was like, oh, this is so up my alley. I just want to do this so bad. And then I did it, and then
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, what month?
No, I was just going to ask you where you went for your honeymoon. I try to be on.
So wait,
for the honeymoon.
What happened with the
My
snorkeling?
ex-husband was on parole, so we couldn't go anywhere for the honeymoon.
Okay, but what happened with the snorkeling?
Oh, so I put on that freaking thing on my face.
Right, and then you
then
jumped
I
in
started
and
to
you
have
breathed
an
in.
anxiety attack.
Oh.
Under the water. It started going in the water, and I was like, I really want this.
Oh.
I love animals. The fish and everything. Started having a
you
full-on
can't
panic
let
attack.
the top of the snorkel go under the water.
Well, so
But you have to blow out.
the ex-boyfriend was scared of going on a boat, so we had to go like in the waves and do it like that way. And I think maybe it would have been better the other way when you go on a boat and like you go in. But basically, we're like diving in there by ourselves, and I just had a full-on anxiety attack. I couldn't breathe. I was freaking out. I was like,
oh, but I've seen people that don't know and they jump off the boat with the snorkel, and then they just take a deep breath in and they almost drown because they don't know to blow out.
oh my God. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that happen. Yeah.
Wow.
They don't know how to blow
And a
out.
lot of people throw up too after because they swallow a lot of the
Well, a lot of
ocean
that
water.
they could be seasick. Like I never even knew. Like I didn't know. I'm on this boat and in the middle of Jamaica and it's going like crazy. And then I said, what is seasick? And they said, well, and the guy said to me driving the boat, if you're not seasick on this, if you don't feel sick, you don't get seasick. So I don't get seasick.
That's good. It's kind of like if you're on a long drive and you're in the back seat type of thing. I've actually thrown up because
If you're
of that.
reading, I can't read in the. My kids used to be able to read in the car, except my son read in the car once so bad, and when we got to this christening, he vomited. He said, "Mom, I don't feel good." He was like 6, right? So I took him to the women's room because that's where I was going, and he said, "I think I'm going to be sick," and I got the stall door open. And this is like one of this, very fancy bathroom, and you're in an event thing, right?
No.
And he didn't make it to the toilet. He just vomited. And they have the attendants in there with the white thing, right? And I go,
Actually, no, it
oh
wasn't,
my
right?
gosh, I am so sorry. And he's like,
didn't have
it's
that.
okay, ma'am.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he just as soon
People
as that stall
you
door
don't
opened,
know
he
that
just threw
you
up
don't
all over the
know
place.
until you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my husband and I go and visit his daughter in Fresno, and that's like a 3-hour drive. And I've thrown up twice. Like I just, and I was actually in the front. And the first time I was in the back because I was like, we had other people and whatnot. And I was like, I'm just going to watch my thing. But like, no, I puke. I can't do
sometimes
it.
when
I can't
Jimmy's
do it.
driving down the road, especially the road that from our house down into town, it's really windy, very mountainy, very steep. And he drives like a Looney Tunes because and I have to look at the floor because I feel like I'm going to be sick. He's like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I'm going to throw up." And he's like, "Okay, just sometimes I get or if I just have this weird feeling like if somebody's driving the car, I don't know, it hits me at certain times, like, and I just can't even look out on the road."
Yeah.
I start to get this really weird feeling. It's almost like a control feeling, and then it's like a woozy feeling.
Right.
I have no idea what happens.
It is kind of a control feeling. It's kind of like I want to drive, but then I don't want to drive. So it's a scary drive. Like,
I would love to do. I would love to do that, but I've never been to where the water is where you can actually see all the way to the bottom, like it is in the
snorkeling. You'd love to do.
Real nice beaches are. I wouldn't want to do it in like Myrtle Beach or whatever. I mean, my God, that water is just nasty.
Is it?
And the beaches.
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach is nasty?
Very nasty, yeah.
Nasty with what?
It's like not see. It's like just.
I know a lot of people that go there.
Oh yeah, I mean they're still.
It's not clean.
That don't mean it's nice.
What is there, like hypodermics coming up on the shore?
You just can't like see. It's not nice.
When you put your feet in the water and you go in about a foot, you can't see your feet anymore.
Yeah.
It's like a greenish brown 3-year-old poop color.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Or 3-week-old. Sorry. It's just dirty. I mean, the beaches are dirty.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good. I thought Myrtle Beach is a nice place.
Well,
not if you're going in.
I know so many people that go there. I know a germaphobe friend of mine that goes there every year. Are you guys sure?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I've been there 4 times. So
I mean, you can be a germ, but like you're not going to see the water.
Right.
It's just not clear.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think she would see the germs in the water, but it's just nasty, man. And you see it in these tropical places on these beaches, they can see the bottom of the water from 30 feet out. I mean,
right.
That's
what I loved. I loved that about Hawaii because we can, you can see through it. But I went in the wrong time of year.
I see a shark when he's coming up to bite my ass too.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're getting in there, I'd like to see what's going on.
Did you ever see that crazy movie in Hawaii?
One good throat punch off on it before he swallows me up.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that crazy thriller movie in Hawaii? I forget what it's called. They just get married, they go to Hawaii, and then there's a killer loose on the island.
Oh!
What's it called? Perfect Getaway? Perfect Getaway, I think it is. That's a good movie. That's a really good movie. If you haven't seen that movie, watch that movie.
You know what I watched the other day, too?
I want to see that again. I want to see that again.
Is Castaway was on.
Oh, yeah.
And then and so I told my husband, I go, oh, Castaway. And then I said, oh, his Paul Wilson. That's like the whole sad part of the movie. And my husband was like, what the heck are you talking about? And I was like, the Ball Wilson? It's the whole part of the movie. And he
What
was
was
like,
the name of the movie you're talking about, Carolyn, in Hawaii?
The Perfect Getaway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
does anyone remember the movie Castaway with
Yeah,
the ball,
Wilson.
the ball
Wilson.
part, Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't one of
He
my
looked at
favorite.
me
I
like I
couldn't.
was
I could not
insane.
take the pulling of the tooth.
Wilson, talk to me, Wilson.
It was so sad though when he lost, like, because I cried the first time and then I watched it, and then of course my husband fell asleep, and then I started bawling too when he lost Wilson. It was so sad.
It looks
It's
like
like the whole part of the
Loretta Lynn
movie.
and who is that?
Who's that? It's Sharon.
Oh, that's very pretty, Sharon.
Hold on. I'm trying to get the second picture here. I don't understand why this is not letting me download.
Well, Lacey, you want a little bit of backdrop about my past?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You know the braces that Forrest Gump wore?
Oh yeah.
I wore them for 2.5 years.
Oh really? Did you break them off like he did by running really fast?
Actually, I broke several pairs because I was just starting kindergarten, and after, I don't know, a few weeks or months or whatever, I must have gotten good on them because everybody says I could run and walk and do everything just like everybody else. But
Mm-hmm.
I wore them all the way through, halfway through the second grade, and finally got them off. The ball and the socket, it's called leg Paris disease.
What is
The
it called?
ball and your hip, leg Paris disease. Please don't ask me how to spell that.
Oh okay.
So
And
what
the
did you have
ball-
to do?
I had, the braces that Tom Hanks wore, and
Oh, braces.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. The only
I
difference
see.
between his and mine is when you see his, he doesn't have the bar that's in the middle and coming directly
Right.
up, and it's only about a couple inches from your manhood. He didn't have that middle bar, but mine did. And
So
what it
you had
was,
to wear those at what ages?
I got them put on right before I started kindergarten,
Oh,
and got them off halfway through the second grade.
Very cute. Sharon.
so were kids like assholes?
cute,
Sorry,
Sharon.
assholes to you?
Oh, I got
Very cute,
I-
Sharon.
I
I don't know
got-
if you can hear me.
in trouble because I clubbed a girl with my crutch because she asked to help. I was a meathead. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
They called my mom and she
that's
came to school.
rough.
But what that is the ball and your socket
Lisa.
and your hip. I mean, the ball, it didn't grow in the way it was supposed to. But after wearing them braces in my right hip, that it came back bigger than the one on the left side. So yeah. They
So
said I
when
could
did you
fix
get to
both.
get out of them?
Halfway through second grade. Wow, I wrote that was.
Okay. And so
I
you had to
don't
go
remember.
through regular school with those
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
God.
Here's the kicker. I grew up in a little town called Friendship, Ohio.
And you didn't have any
Yeah.
friends.
Ah.
Is that the
I had
kicker?
loads of friends.
Oh, I thought
I
that
had
was
loads
I
of
thought that
friends.
was the kicker, that you grew up in a town
Right.
called Friendship, Ohio, and you
I
didn't have any
thought that
friends.
Yeah.
I figured.
Sorry.
I figured you'd like the name of my little community where I grew
Oh,
up.
okay.
Yeah, well, back whenever I came up, man, every neighborhood kid was out, playing. I mean, from daylight to dark, and I cried when they called me. My mom told me to come in.
What did
I
they call
wanted to
you?
stay out past
What did they call you?
I said I cried when my mom called for me to come inside. 'Cause I couldn't
Oh,
quit
when your
playing.
mom called you to come inside. Okay.
Yeah. So I'd sneak out. Me and my two brothers, we snuck out one night because we got about a foot of snow, and we thought we was real slick. So we snuck out and went over to my neighbor's yard because she had a slick football field in her front yard. And we had one hell of a football game in there about 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We went to slip back in. went to slip back in the house, and guess who's standing at the top of the stairs?
Oh no, she
It
knew.
was no more Frosé, but it might as well been. It was old Mama Heather.
I always snuck out of my house too. I was always a night owl. Always snuck out of my house. I actually got not graduated, but I did get my high school diploma because of being a night owl.
Yeah.
You can't keep us down.
You were a night owl in high school?
I mean,
Absolutely.
my
My mom would be like, you know what? You need to go to sleep early and wake up. That's not even a thing. Like there's scientifically things that show we're freaking night owls.
Were you a rebel kid?
Yeah. Yeah, I just couldn't, because I had ADD. I couldn't stand school. I couldn't
Did you talk a lot? Did you get in trouble for talking a lot in class? And
No.
Stuff? No?
No. No.
Yeah. Never?
No, like I talk a lot with you guys and stuff. I'm like, you know, I'll have a glass of champagne and stuff, but like, no, I'm not very outspoken. No. I'm really quiet and I'm super calm. It's ADD versus ADHD, mommy.
Oh,
so that's
right.
why my mom didn't think that I had anything, because I was calm.
Oh, okay.
She was like, if she had that, she'd be jumping off the walls, but like, no. So I had ADD. So I actually just recently went to a doctor to get something for it.
Is it working?
I'm not sure yet. I just started it today.
What? Oh, you just started it today?
Yeah.
What do you want to help you with your focus?
My focus. Yeah. And like, you know, like, I don't know, just like, yeah.
Are you not getting a lot of stuff done? Do you get distracted? Do you not finish projects?
I do. Absolutely.
Oh God, that's my worst curse.
And then like, you know, like even like talking over people and whatnot, like you know, my girlfriends understand it. My Italian side understands it. Like that's what we do, you know, like we talk over each other, we talk to each other. And that's why like I love this channel too. It's like, you know, you get it. Mm-hmm. But it's like my German side. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Like my mom will be like, can you not like, mean. Like my mom, I don't get along with.
You don't.
I don't. Not at all. So it's super sad, but you know, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
She's just very. She's a narcissist. She's very like everything that I've done, you know, colors her. So obviously my first marriage completely disappointed her, and like he's incarcerated. So she's like, I'm like, you know, she's humiliated, but like no one really knows, but it's like, she's always like looking at me and like, she doesn't really like me because I didn't fit into that mold.
Do you see her?
No. Only on holidays, because
they must be. The holidays must be fun.
It's really hard. It's really bad. But you know, I've got, you know, a really good group of, well, not a huge group, but like just a couple of friends, and we do like, you know, friends holidays and stuff like that.
Friendsgiving,
like, that is
Friendsgiving.
So fun. Yes, and like that's more than I can like. You know, I love my friends, and that's all I need.
And so your mother comes like, to you, and you have your friends there? No.
Oh, she would never come to me.
So you bring friends to her house?
She's just like Cindy Watts.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You bring friends over there?
I have, unfortunately, but like my German side is just not. It's like they're not even human. No emotion. Like, seriously. No emotion.
Does she want you to have kids? Is she upset you don't have kids?
No. She never even wanted any grandkids.
No. Okay, wow.
She doesn't give a shit. Sorry. You know. And I'm the only child.
That's surprising. You're the only child.
So I will say something super super deep. When I was 17, I was dating a guy, and he was much older. He was 21, and he actually got someone pregnant while we were together that I did not know. And he got me pregnant at the same time. And then she ended up having the kids, and he didn't want anything to do with them. And I ended up getting an abortion because I knew that he wouldn't want anything to do with the kids. And I knew my mom always told me, you're going to go to hell if you ever have sex. You're going to, and I really, in my head, I really wanted to, like, I felt emotional about the child. Like, I'd just walk up to my mom and be like, no, I'm pregnant. But I never could get the balls to do it.
It's all right.
So
Don't get upset.
I ended up getting an abortion. And, like, two of my best friends, they're still my best friends. They both had abortions right before I did. And they made it look so easy.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't. It's never been easy. And I'm still close to them, but it's never been easy. Like, I always think of the birth date that it would have been. Like, it was really hard.
Your
and
mother.
Then I ended up telling my mom about it years later.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, thank God."
Oh, really? But she told you were gonna. Oh, wow. Okay.
She was, after she had done all that, like, you would think that she would, like, comfort me in some way. She totally didn't,
That's terrible.
It's like the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh, Elisa, unless it feels better getting this off your chest.
It does.
Mom, we need to find another subject. I don't want to make her upset.
It's fine. No, it's okay. It's all right. It does feel better because I know that, people are going through that, and it's hard.
I know.
And to this day, though, sometimes I think that I made a mistake, which is super hard. Because sometimes I'm like, I could have had, I would have been 9 months pregnant, in my graduation and whatnot, but I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah. Did you stay with the guy for very long?
A little while longer, but not that much longer. He wanted me to keep it. But he was such a train wreck. He was like abusive, like bad. I couldn't. I just knew, like, I couldn't. I was like, this baby is going to come to me, in another way. This is not meant for you. Like, I loved my baby the second I found out. It's just super hard, I just thought.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, but you did what you thought was best for both of you.
Absolutely. I really did. I really did.
I mean, but regardless of people's.
That's what I feel like being a mother would be, is doing what's best, for the child. And, like, there's no way. I don't know. Like, I just hope that was the best decision, It still haunts me to this day, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Still super hard.
Yeah.
But, like, I always, I pray, and, like, I always thought, and I know it sounds crazy, but, like, that little soul, like, I always felt like it will come back to me. And, I have kitties that I love so much, and it's like, I feel like that little soul has come back to me with my babies. I know that they're around.
So sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's tough. Your mom is worse than Cindy Watts. She's almost 97. They never stop, she said, so I've had 63 years of abuse. Wow, Karen, really?
Wow, Karen.
It's really awful when you have a mother like that. They will, if you do one step out of their direction, they'll be like, how's that going to make me look? how dare you do that to me? What am I going to look like in public? That's what, like, my mom was like.
Nice. That's 97, and she's still doing that.
Horrible.
Oh.
Oh, she's 97.
97, yeah.
See, I feel like my mom's going to live forever, too. Like,
how's your dad?
I just know it. Well, he had the drug problem when I was like 6. So he, yeah. So he's been kind of off the map, but we still talk. I reached out to him when I got married, and then my first wedding, and then we still talk. He had a relapse, but I don't know. He's kind of a mess, you know. I'm not real sure about him, but he's at least he'll talk to me. Aside from my mom, like my mom won't even.
Do you have any like her sisters? Does your mother have any sisters or aunts or anything?
She has
maternal?
one sister, and she's actually the manager and the artist for the Giants.
Oh.
And she is freaking amazing.
Oh, so you did have some. I mean, she was.
I mean, we're close, but we're not that close. But it's super cool that like she's an amazing.
So maybe that's
artist.
why you were very attached to. Did you say your first husband's mother?
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Of you,
Oh,
James.
absolutely. That's why I
That's
always
very
loved
nice
because she was the mother that you didn't have.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Did you
and
see
then
that,
now
Alicia?
my husband's mother is. No, I can't see any of it.
What happened? What happened, Eric?
Jennifer James said that she can call her if she needs somebody to talk to.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really, really sweet. It was super hard when my ex-husband's, grandmother died, because that was the closest thing that I had to a mother. And she always said, this is the closest thing that I had to a granddaughter. We loved each other. And then she died of cancer. And I watched her just... The last day I watched her, and she said, I can't even move. I feel like I'm in a bubble. And then she freaking died.
Wow.
It was so hard. I loved her. She was so sweet.
Right.
She had the best advice. She reminds me a lot of you, Mommy. A lot. She was always... she would just get to the point, like she was no BS. She was she was sharp as a tack. I mean,
that sounds like Mama Rambler.
That's what she said, Eric.
She would have loved this channel. She would.
But at least you had that, That's good that you had that,
And that's what I cherish,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
that's what you got to do is cherish what you had.
Death's coming to all of us and everyone around us. So, and that doesn't make it easier, but I mean,
even when I went to so I get Botox sometimes. So I went to my Botox appointment today, and my Botox lady, I love her to death too. And she told me this story a long time ago. So she gives out these, you know how you wear plastic gloves when you do the boat? So she puts the ice and water in there to put on your face.
After.
And so she told me this story. Yeah.
Does that hurt? Do you have...
No.
No? You get a whole bunch of shots in your face?
I don't feel it.
You don't feel it?
No, I've been doing it since I was 27, just to prevent. But now I actually do get wrinkles, and I'm like, whoa, I need the Botox.
But do your eyebrows move?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't get them up there. I don't
okay, because that freaks me out when people's eyebrows don't move.
I only get it around the crow's feet. I don't do it up there. I'm so lucky. I don't have any wrinkles on my forehead at all. But yeah, so she had told me the story about one of her girlfriends that came in and did the Botox, and she got the hand, with the ice, and she was embarrassed in front of her guy, you know, she didn't want to tell him that she did anything, which is crazy to me because I'm like, yeah, I get, but I don't care. But some women are like that. So she had the hand in there with the ice, and then she put it in the refrigerator, and her guy went in the refrigerator and or the ice part, and he was like, "Oh, what is this?" And she's like, you know, it's a hand filled with ice. And she goes,
Oh,
"I
sorry,
have no
Gigi.
idea.
Sorry,
I have
Gigi.
no idea," she said.
That's funny.
And so I brought that up today because it was such a funny joke. And she was training somebody. I'm like, "Did she tell you about that time?" And she was like, "She just died." That's so crazy that you just brought that up. She just died. She had cancer, breast cancer, 6 months ago.
Who?
She decided not to get the lady that had the thing with the hand.
Oh.
She put the ice in the thing. She didn't want her guy to know that she got any treatments.
Right.
So it was like an ice thing filled with like a hand.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked super creepy. So I was like joking around, and then she was like, "She just died." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like that's so crazy you brought that up. I miss her so much." I was like, "Oh crap."
Mm.
So she decided not to get the treatment. She had breast cancer, but she decided not to do it.
Why? Why? How old was she?
Not that old, but I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm only 38.
You wouldn't get treatment if you had breast cancer?
No.
Why?
I've watched, you know, like I said, my ex-husband's grandmother get tortured by it. His mother. And no, I wouldn't put myself.
So you would just die?
Yeah. I would live my best life,
even
and
if
I
you
would
had
die.
like a stage 1 or something?
Yeah. Oh, that would be even more of a reason not to. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do it. Mommy, I wouldn't do it. I'm not gonna, no.
But why? They have a lot, I mean...
Because I've seen other people do it, and it's like, okay, here's a year of torture, and then you're gonna die. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that.
No.
I don't have kids either, so it's
No,
like,
but a lot
no,
of
I'm not
people
doing that.
are recover.
No.
My sister-in-law had it at 37, had a 50-50 chance, and that is 27 years later.
So my experience is loved ones that have done it, they only like get them a year or whatnot, and it's suffering, and I'm not doing it.
I don't know. Well, you have to take it. I mean, you can't just go by somebody else's case because everything is different, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of success they have. A lot of success.
I mean, maybe I would attempt it, but I don't know. I don't like what it does. I would want to like go do everything that I wanted to do and be with my loved ones and enjoy my life.
But I mean, you can have a lot of years left.
I mean, maybe that's just because I haven't known anyone personally that's done it and like it actually worked longer than a year.
Well, but
I've never known
might have
anyone
had
that's
something
worked
completely,
for.
Different, and
Maybe.
And yeah, I mean.
You guys heard about Dog the Bounty Hunter, didn't you?
What did we hear about?
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
His wife, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta go potty again. Hold on, guys.
Have you heard about him though?
That his wife died.
What? No, him.
Oh, he had a heart. He has something with his heart.
Yep.
What does he have?
Said he's dying of a broken heart.
Oh, he's dying?
Yep.
Is he really?
Yeah, seriously. He's got a heart disease, but they're saying it's a broken heart.
Oh.
Straight up, 100%.
Wow.
That's love for real.
Mm.
Sad, but I know he likes your show, but it don't matter. I'm eating some cheesy breadsticks. Karen, you want a bite?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Anybody want a bite? I can't see the chat.
She went. No, she went to go to the bathroom. It's a broken heart, medical illness.
Yep. Yep, sure is.
2 forms.
Don't ask me the name of it.
Oh. I'm glad you're okay. Oh boy, so snack break. Dog adored Beth. Did I eat dinner tonight? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Sometimes I forget. I have to think back.
That's why I'm eating right now.
No, I have to think. We had steak tonight, and like I just forgot.
Why do I have Chris Watts on my TV sitting here staring at me on pause like a dumbass?
Who is Chris? You have Chris Watts?
Chris Watts. Yeah. I got a pause on somebody's video to see him sitting in that 5-hour interview looking at me.
Chris Watts.
I like to punch him right dead in the throat.
Oh, I don't know. I think what time is it? Oh my gosh, is it 5:12? Get the freak out of here! I've got to get to bed. Oh my goodness gracious! You guys are in California. It's only 2 something.
Oh, you guys are going to bed.
I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted.
Oh yes.
Well,
thank you so much.
But thanks for calling in. And tomorrow we'll do the Sievers trial, the opening statements, and whatever else. And then
I don't know anything about that one, Mommy.
Well, yeah. Well,
see, I don't either. I'm going to have to get caught up.
You have to study. You have to do your studying and be
How
ready
do you
to
spell that name?
Sievers, Sievers. Marc Sievers.
Okay, it's a V. Okay.
Yeah.
You were saying B or V.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Ramblers.
Good night.
Thank
you,
you,
Trevor.
Mommy.
Thank you, Guy. Thank you, Melissa.
Lisa.
Thanks,
Oh,
Eric.
thank you.
Alma said
Thank you,
email her
Eric.
too.
What happened,
You hear
Alma?
me?
Alma?
Alma said that Elisa could email her too if she needs somebody to talk to.
Oh,
I seen it on
okay.
earlier.
Oh.
Okay, Ramblers.
All
All
right.
I'll see you tomorrow at 5:00 in the
All
morning.
right. Yeah. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, day, whatever it is.